Well, here's the thing. I was super focused on
that conversation.
And at the same time, I completely was aware the entire time that this was just heading off into the two leaves.
So was
right?
I wanted to break it off a couple times before, but I was like, I'm just going to let it play out. I want to see where it goes.
Oh, man, you should.
And then also I was like, okay, well, I know we're wrapping it up now, so I'll just let it play out. And then we didn't. And then when I had my chance to talk, I wouldn't wrap it up. I would jump in with like another thing that you could bounce off of. And I knew we were going down a rabbit hole.
Oh, when we were going down the main road and like staying on the path, I was constantly just like looking for a side trail to get off.
Get back to the main road, yeah.
No, to get off of the main road when we were on the main road. I kept having like,
is
that somewhere to go? Is that somewhere to go? Is that somewhere to go? 1, 2. Hey everybody, today's episode of the 8th Estate video podcast is brought to you by High on Life Superfoods. So a wicked company out of the west coast of BC, and they've been working to provide you with the most bioavailable hemp-based superfood products on the market. They've got cocoa maple chai protein powder. They've got the woke energy bars. They've got the deadly disinfectant, the super greens. All this stuff is going to make you be your best, perform at your best, think your best, do everything that you want to do at your best. If you want to try them out, try them out. Go to their webpage, highonlifesuperfoods.com. Check out all the great artists that have been working with them for a number of years now. And you can see their whole story, all their products, everything like that that's available. Fill out a nice big order there. And then in the promo code box, use the promo code EEVP10 at checkout to receive 10% off your entire order. 10% off everything in the entire store. That's promo code EEVP10 at checkout for 10% off the entire store. High on Life Superfoods. Can't say enough about them. They're a great sponsor of the show. We love them. I'm sure if you try them out, you're going to love them too. That being said, enjoy the show. All right. Well, Bo?
Jeff?
Yeah.
James?
Hello.
Everybody? Welcome back to the 8th Estate.
Yeah, welcome.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Cheers to us. Cheers to the revolution. Cheers to the 8th Estate. Oh, okay. Well, let's get right into it then, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's tell the people what we're doing this week. It's a new one for me. I've never smoked this before, so.
I think it's a new one for almost everybody out there. Yeah. A craft legacy built on tradition. BC Black Kettle Farms out of Langley, partnered with Joint Cannabis Ventures, or Joint Ventures Craft Cannabis, I should say. This is some Rainbow Driver, 22.6% THC and 0.045% CBD. Total terpenes, 2.28%. And this stuff here was packaged on June the 4th. Not quite sure when this is going to come out. Maybe 3 weeks or so after we film this. But yeah, today's like the middle of the month.
Ish, yeah.
Yeah, I think this stuff was packaged between 10 and 12 days ago.
That's crazy, man.
So yeah, it's really, really nice. And in that, this is the Grump style tin.
Yep.
But we just know that because Grump was the first Joint Ventures craft cannabis company that we dealt with.
Yeah, so it's Joint Ventures that's doing these.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, so because we've seen this with the Muskoka grown, we've seen this with the Dunn, we've seen it with the Grump. There's a bunch of companies.
Yeah,
that
I've got
are using this
One
now.
Leaf. I've got the animal mints at home right
That's
now.
right,
It's got
yeah.
the same thing. The animal mints, by the way, is beautiful.
I agree.
But yeah, quick shout out to Joint Ventures, right?
That's right.
Sorry if I'm not getting that right, but yeah, these tins, probably my favorite tins for anything, for storing, for like, I don't know, I love these things, man.
Yeah, they're really, 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 really nice. And it was pretty cool what you were commenting on earlier when we opened it up and dumped
Yeah.
it out into the scale. Like no residual smell left in the package at all.
Yeah, I went to go take a whiff of it after we busted that first one out for our little video there, and I was kind of shocked because there was no smell of the cannabis at all in the tin afterwards.
Yeah,
But it's like you said, there's no static electricity, right? So it's like static free. It's just so perfectly like preserved in these tins
that's right.
that you have no THC loss. There's no dust or powder at the bottom of these things. Like the bud is still like not damp is not the right word, but it's so fresh still. Like it just and there's nothing lost inside the container, right? It's perfect.
That's right. Yeah, it's a really, really nice solution. Better, I'd say, than anything else out there right now.
Yeah, for sure.
At this point in time. And the benefit to one of these too is you can fit the real big buds in it.
Yeah.
You know, the next runner up, I'd say, in the packaging division would be the Ogen style containers. But those again,
Small buds.
you have to put the small buds unless you've got one bud that is perfectly the shape of the container.
And the right weight.
Yeah, I do like the lack of air in their container, but this does it too with the drop of nitrogen.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So-
Yeah, no, the OGen containers are great too. There's a lot of cool containers out there right now. Anything that's not bulky and heavy and obnoxious is really okay with me. But there's something about these that I love. I love cracking that inner seal, like a tuna can too.
Yeah,
It's so
super
much fun.
satisfying. Super satisfying. Better than a tuna can. A tuna can, you gotta use a can opener.
Also,
It's
it's
like
only-
a sardine
Yeah,
tin.
it's also only filled with tuna.
That's
This
right.
is- this is so much better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you rather have when you open that can? Stinky fish or stinky or weed that smells like stinky fish?
Well, I don't really want my weed to smell like fish.
Well, what if it was good weed though?
Um,
I just love it. I just associate dank and like harsh smelling stuff with like, I don't know. I wouldn't be like, I don't know. We've talked about cat piss on this show and stuff. I mean, like if I opened it up and smelled fishy, I wouldn't be worried. I'd be intrigued.
yeah, true enough. And just remember at home, people, if it don't smell good, don't smoke it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that like that fish smell, I've heard will come through from some of the growers who are using combined agroponics
Yeah.
with the fish farms.
We have even talked about this before.
Yeah,
actually.
we have.
Yeah, we have.
Yep.
We touched on this.
Yeah, my buddy Brandon back on Vancouver Island, shouts out to Mr. Barth. He was the one who was telling me about that you get that fish smell in the weed, the fish flavor.
I had forgotten about that.
Yeah, which I have yet to encounter. But I mean, the guy's never steered me wrong before, so I'm gonna take his word at its value, or however
those words make sense.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
anybody
Haven't
out
even
there.
smoked yet, but I'm talking in jumbles.
Yeah, I feel like we're off to. Does this beginning feel weird to anyone else? I felt really good coming in here. I still feel good, but something just feels.
It's hot.
Maybe it's just the heat.
It's hot in
something
here.
feels weird.
Yeah?
Something feels not bad weird. Something just feels different right now.
It's a Tuesday.
Maybe I haven't smoked enough today either. Actually, I haven't
Oh.
smoked almost anything today.
Okay, well,
I was at work and then I went right to
here's
the,
the
I
first
went to
bat.
right to the golf course after work today. So I haven't really smoked anything.
Maybe it's that shirt you're wearing.
My spinach shirt.
Yeah.
Got some cool merch from at Bazan last time I was there.
Yeah, it's
Sick.
it's really interesting that you're wearing that spinach shirt too, because when we get into the strain explain, the two parental strains of this,
Yeah.
both of them are spinach, like kind
Oh,
of
really?
not proprietary strains, but
Yeah.
the like the parent strains of this Rainbow Driver, the blueberry and the
They
dance
both exist under the
they
spinach.
both exist under that, and it's the best pre-rolls that I found,
Yeah.
and the best flour for blueberry, and the only company doing dance hall right now is Spinach in Canada.
I haven't smoked any like just flower, but I've smoked a lot of their pre-rolls, and Spinach does make incredible pre-rolls, man. Yeah.
Yeah, their 1 gram pre-rolls are phenomenal.
All right, let's get into the first one here, man. Cheers.
Rock on. Let's see what happens, ladies and gentlemen.
Cheers indeed.
We're giving Jeff a head start here. Love it. It's not that I can't get this wick to cooperate. It's just I'm giving him a head start. There we go.
He's a kind and generous fellow, this Bo.
It's all part of the plan.
You guys don't deserve me.
A little dark on the light up, but I wonder if that's to do with the freshness. Because I did notice with the grump and stuff like that, it was a little dark on light up as well. Anything I've gotten in these tins actually is a little dark on light up.
Dark in taste, not like flavor and light up.
But the ash is looking really nice, just in the quick little light here.
Shall we give the audience the intro video there for the tape running?
Is that why it felt weird? Did we not do this yet?
We'll get there. We'll get there.
All right.
Yeah.
I agree. They're a little warm. Or you said dark. I was gonna use the word warm tasting, but yeah, same kind of thing. Like very, darker flavor. Very nice though.
Really nice.
And
really
a really,
flavorful.
really like pronounced like plume of smoke when I lit this up too. Like it's very, very dense, very heavy smoke.
Yeah.
This is into cleaning. I read. Did I? Or am I getting
It's
that wrong?
right down the center.
Okay.
It's a 50-50, 49-51, but pretty much right down the center.
Cool. So I know nothing, and I'll just throw all my notes right out the window.
Because
Perfect.
the blueberry is a hybrid leaning towards indica.
Okay.
But Dance Hall is a sativa. Now, the real neat thing about Dance Hall is that it's a CBD strong sativa.
Oh.
That's why this has trace amounts of CBD in it.
Interesting.
In the
okay.
in the like 0.5% pretty much, right?
Yeah.
But usually it's like 0.01. So that's some good stuff. But now that we've got that going and that's all being said, James, run that tape.
Rainbow Driver. Rainbow Driver. Whoa, gonna get a high fiver. Yeah, yeah. Rainbow Driver, gonna be a survivor. Rainbow Driver.
All right, and we are back.
Yeah, back at it, back in action.
Yeah, padded right up.
Yeah, pad the hell out of that one, man. Okay, so there's some CBD you said too. So we're talking like 0.5%. You said, and that was what we're looking at. Okay,
Yeah.
and THC we said was about 22.6. Terpenes 2.8. I'm just gonna make sure my notes are right here.
2.28.
2.28.
Yeah.
That's why I ask questions. Cool, man. Yeah.
This is another one I think where we're gonna have to do the terpene discovery through the smoking system.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, should we start diving into that while we're still kind of fresh in our palates and fresh in our minds, trying to dig out what's inside this thing? Or do you want to start explaining some of what we're smoking before we get into that?
Yeah, I think the strain explain would be good, and we'll let James get into that a little bit while we get into this a little
I think
bit.
the strain explain would be great. So let's do exactly that.
Strain explain.
Strain explain
Strain
with James.
explain.
Strain explain with James.
Rainbow. Well, now you guys said it's a hybrid, so yep, that's on here. THC 18%.
Also, James, I'm sorry to interrupt, man, but maybe we should make a note just so everyone knows here too. So we're smoking the Rainbow Driver by Black Kettle Farms, which we cannot find a whole lot of mention of online. There is no Black Kettle Farms website as far as we can find, right?
I found one.
No, there's like a release from
Strand Can or something.
yeah, StratCan. Yeah.
StratCan. I saw a couple of write-ups, but I didn't see. Yeah, there's a couple of things I saw about them. Oh,
That is not the right site. That's not the right site,
That's a
James.
different farm.
Good
Yeah,
to know. Good to know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
You
no,
know-
yeah, and so what we're looking at Leafly here too. Like, jeez, let's try it again. So what we're looking at
From
on
the
Leafly
top.
is not the Rainbow Driver. Technically, it's the Rainbow.
But I mean, I found lots of stuff saying the Rainbow Driver
Yeah.
is just what they call their Rainbow.
Yeah.
But people saying the Rainbow Driver is the dance hall and the Blueberry.
Yeah, and we saw a bunch of things that all confirmed what we're reading here and what we're saying here. Mm-hmm. And of all those things that confirmed everything we said, we saw one single thing that said otherwise that we cannot confirm or get any legitimacy.
That's right.
What is the word? Legitimacy. Legitimacy.
Yes, there you go.
Legitimacy. We can't get any legitimacy on.
Legitimate intimacy.
So I just want to make that clear. You know, we are doing everything to the very best of our abilities, putting in the research before we get into this. Mm-hmm. If we're wrong on anything, feel free to let us know. But as far as we know, as far as we've looked into, and we have looked into it, this is all pretty accurate.
Yeah, if there's anybody from Black Kettle listening or watching, I mean, definitely reach out to us through some messages, through some DMs on Instagram,
Yeah.
or put your name in the comment and all that kind of stuff. Because we would love to talk. We would love to be able to speak English here on the
This
Eighth
is
Estate.
a weird episode, man. We all
Yeah.
came in feeling good. Like I was just so high on life when I walked in here. I just came back from like golfing and like I just like everything's just so good. And then we got going and it felt like we're on a ship teetering on the top of a mountain right now, and like we're just gonna like fall over somewhere. Everything just seems so off balance a little
Well,
bit.
hey man,
I don't know.
You
dude.
know, however it goes, you can be sure that it's going to be one hell of a ride.
It's
So,
gonna be yeah.
so fucking bring it on.
Thank you for finishing my analogy for me. That's awesome. That's great. Yeah. It's going to be a hell of a ride either way. Backwards or forwards.
That's right.
Sideways would be crazy.
Yeah, upside down. Who knows? But back to you there, James, in the studio.
Well, Rainbow is an evenly balanced hybrid marijuana strain made by crossing dance hall with blueberry. The result is a compact, fast-flowering strain with little side branching. Growers who grow Rainbow say it does very well when grown in the sea of green style. Rainbow presents a wide array of colors towards the end of flowering, hence the moniker. With a spicy, sweet, fruity flavor, Rainbow gives consumers a pleasant, creative high and pain relief without a heavy body sensation. Some say this strain tastes just like a tropical starburst candy. I was thinking sunburst there. That's tasty.
It does taste very, very fruity, very floral.
Yes.
Very sweet.
Yep.
It doesn't have a lot of classic weed flavors.
You're right about that, actually. It's interesting. On initial light up, I would say it tasted. I think like initial light up, though. A lot of the times, the initial burn, it just tastes like weed sparking up. There's not a lot of depth of flavor before that cherry starts to really work, right? Mm-hmm. So, you know, we kind of asked what it was like we were getting, what we were feeling the first little bit. Not really much, but now I know what you mean. You're totally right. Yeah, not a lot of weed. Yeah, it's almost like candy, man.
Right. And I'm starting to get the effects from it now. The you know, kind of it's spurring on my creativity and I'm thinking of stories that I want to tell, like all different stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that was one thing that I got told at the ZAM when I went back in there. Like I grabbed this stuff almost a week ago.
Yeah.
And it's been sitting in my cupboard. I've been in there, I don't know, once or twice since then and talked with them. And I said, it was somebody else who was in there. I can't remember his name. But I was asking if there was anything new. And he was saying this and saying that absolutely everybody who got it was almost going the extra mile to like let them know how good it was.
Really?
Like almost getting phone calls being like, hey, Bazam Cannabis, I was in there a day ago, and I just wanted to tell you that stuff's really good, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I'm half a joint deep, and I'm feeling fucking awesome right now. I was actually going to mention a little while ago, too, like seconds ago, that the podcast is slowly starting to feel less weird to me, too.
That's good. That's really good.
Maybe it's the weed. Maybe we're just settling into it. Maybe it's all of those things, or both of those things. But
Well, there's definitely something to be said in playing to your strengths when you're going into uncomfortable and new territories.
Yes.
And that's definitely what we're doing with this podcasting thing, which is, new and potentially uncomfortable. And I've never been a public speaker or anything like
Me
that.
neither, man.
Just, terrified, hate it.
Actually, that's
and and as soon as we put the old crutcheroo here into it, then it just
came very easy.
That's right. That's
I
right.
was thinking about that the other day, actually, how like I've always had like a fear of like public speaking and stuff. At this point, like, no way, man. Actually, like, just like I don't know, like a couple months of doing this.
Well,
and, like, I'm into it, dude. Like, I know if I was asked to like give a speech, like a toast or something tomorrow, I would have no nerves. I bet.
It would be interesting. It would be interesting to see what would happen. Like, I still know if we were just allowed tomorrow to have coveralls practice, and then it was like, okay, time for Jeff to sing the song, it probably wouldn't be that bad in the space.
Yeah.
But if we're doing it at the George or anything like that, like, it's a whole new level of stress. It's a whole new level of sweat. It's like immediately, like, I remember the first time I was ever on stage.
Singing is a little bit different than public speaking, though.
Well,
for me, I've always had an easier time singing than public speaking. I could sing in front of anyone, but then tell me I have to do like a speech somewhere, and like, I'm toast. I can't do it.
I'm not even used to being standing on stage, let alone being like right out in front of people,
You're a
right?
lazy ass drummer.
Well, yeah,
Always sitting down.
yeah,
Always
and not only that, I'm gonna sit down, but I'm gonna pile up all this fucking shit in front of me, and block you from seeing me.
Well, yeah. Even guitar players hide behind our instruments, man. That's why I'm not a lead singer. That's why I'm a guitar player. I can be like a cocky, son of a bitch up there with my guitar and look good, but then like, I fall apart. I crumble if I'm like supposed to be like the front man.
Would it be
And I
weird
should
for
not-
you if you you didn't have a guitar and you just like did the frontman thing? Would that be weird?
I'm getting more comfortable with it.
It's pretty cool.
I mean, ideally, I think I want to start my own band at some point.
Nice. Do it.
And just start a small thing, but yeah, it'd be like guitar and like also be the front man though. I'm not gonna start a band and ask someone else to be the star of it.
Back in Nanaimo years ago, I ended up going up on stage with a friend's band and just singing a Rage Against the Machine song.
Yeah.
Know Your Enemy.
Oh, yeah.
And,
I love that song.
And they had the lyrics written out and everything like that. It was not exactly my choice to go up there, but I ended up on the stage.
Yeah.
And I was given the lyrics.
It's a hard
And doing that, like, I know the song. But going through, I was like, oh, these are the words? Oh, neat.
Yeah.
But while I first started doing it, I grabbed the microphone. I took the microphone out of the stand, and I had the words, and I had the microphone. And immediately, I couldn't read the words because I was shaking so badly that I couldn't, and I had to put the mic back in the stand and hold the paper with two hands. And at one point, this hand just ripped off because my fingers just sweated through the paper.
Wow.
And oh man, it was wild. It was wild to do that in a tiny little bar in a tiny little town for all these people that I know who, like, it doesn't matter if I could have failed horribly. Nothing in my world is going to change. Nothing in their world's going to change, right? It's inconsequential. But still, just to experience that and be like, oh, that's what my brain and my body and my heart like do to me. That's how they let me down in a fucking crisis. Like, come on. That was really eye opening.
You got to challenge
really
that.
eye-opening.
You got to challenge that, and you got to channel that and challenge it and use that energy. Though,
I
man.
did the song. I got there.
Yeah.
And
I'm just saying, like, use that for like future times too. Like when you get like nervous like that, like I just want to like, I thrive in putting myself in situations where I don't feel comfortable at all. I love that shit. And yeah, when I do things like playing in band for the first time was always such a rush when I first started doing it, because I got so wicked nervous and scared before every time I would like have to go like perform and do something. But I just liked that rush though, and then I used that. And then the more I did it, and the more I noticed that I didn't get as afraid anymore. I didn't get as nervous. I was still excited, but I didn't get nervous anymore. That was like a really good feeling too. It's like, man, I'm not just like getting better at something and like more comfortable, but like I'm really beating something right now. I'm like beating something out of me, man. Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But I was gonna say too, like I never had a problem with like performing was always a little bit easier for me. Like I never had a problem singing in front of people, or like when I started playing instruments and stuff. Like I was comfortable doing that because I felt like I'm okay with people listening to me, in big like a group of people listening to me, if I'm doing a thing, if I'm performing a thing. But then just public speaking, like if I'm just that's where I lose all my confidence. If I just have to talk and keep people engaged, like in school, like doing like book reports or like any kind of like public thing, like that I was the worst in everything with that.
Yeah, same here.
I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. Got so scared. I just didn't know how to do it at all. And like at the same time, I was like, talent show was like, oh yeah, well definitely like sing a song would be fine.
I'm realizing now when I look back at my history of performing, my history of like playing drums and all that kind of stuff. It was almost like when I first started, I was in concert band, right, in grade 6, and that was, you know, probably the biggest band I ever played with. You know, so many people up there, and real easy to just kind of fit in. You know, I think there was two of us playing snare drums on stands, like standing up, and then somebody on bass drums, somebody playing cymbals, like all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then the next year, I thought that was still going. The next year was a drum kit.
Yeah.
And then somebody playing like vibes and all that kind of stuff, and a few people, and like we had timpanis and
I did the same kind of concert band
chimes,
stuff, yeah.
all the kind of shit, right? So I'm on stage, and sure, I get you know, grade 7, I had my first little like drum solo, and that kind of thing. Summer before grade 7, I did honors band in the summer. And there was some stuff involved with that, but there was always so many people, right? It was just real easy for me to blend in.
Yeah.
Even so much, like we all wore uniforms, so we even like we had uniforms, we had band sweaters that we
There
wore.
was no
right?
direct focus on any individual.
That's right. So it was really easy to be up there, and I was performing for just the parents and brothers and sisters and shit like that, right? So then after that, do that for a couple of years, and then move into high school, and then stage band, you know, and it's a little bit smaller. It's about half the size of concert band. And then grade 9 was the first year that I was playing in jazz combo, and that was like the first small band,
people,
like
4 people,
four. I think we had 4 or 5.
Drums, bass, guitar, keys.
No guitar.
No guitar. In the
I
jazz.
never played with a guitar player until after, like, years after being out of school.
Wow.
Like at a few jams and stuff like that, there was no guitar at all in our programs.
Well,
sometimes we'd have like 2 or 3 bass players, all playing the same stuff, but nobody ever played guitar.
Crazy.
They're just it wasn't in there.
Yeah.
You know, it was all about the horns and like piano.
I didn't play guitar in our jazz, sorry, well, not in jazz for sure, not jazz in school, but in band in school, even I didn't play guitar. I played bass drum for a lot of it.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I got in kind of late because I was an art kid, right? So I was an art kid from like 7, 8, and 9, like art and drama, and then even 10, 10 and 11, I think I was still in art and drama, and then it was grade 12. That's when I started playing guitar. Finally, it was grade 12, and I was like, oh my god, I need to get into band. This is where I belong. It's like I'm got all I can get from art and drama now. I want to get into band stuff. This is where I want to go. And my mom worked at the school, so she pulled some strings. So normally, like if I hadn't been taking band for like this 5 years before that, they're not going to let you in. But like my mom pull some strings got me in, but I had to play like the most basic stuff. So I was like bass drum and like cymbals for one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did a triangle at one point.
That's
You learned how to play
But
dinner
then,
time?
but then I did a percussion band too, which was just like a straight up percussion band where we did some cool stuff, and there was like timpanis and all sorts of cool junk going on.
Yeah. Yeah, we like the band program in the town that I grew up in, Campbell River on Vancouver Island, was pretty accomplished.
Yeah.
You know, tiny little town, but a really, really good music program throughout. And all the high schools, Robron especially, my school that I went to, every year all the bands got gold medals at nationals. We always made the trips, and like my sister, 4 years older than me, was playing saxophone. She played clarinet and then graduated saxophone and was doing solos and stuff like that. And her band, when she was in grade 11, went to Japan.
Yeah.
And just like there was just crazy fucking band trips.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really good. But where was I going to go with that?
I don't know, man.
You hadn't played with guitars though, right?
Yeah, there was never any guitar players.
Yeah.
It was just bass. Oh, we started out with recorders, you know, when we
Yeah.
were like really young.
Yeah, that's
and
what I
then there
started.
was a 2-year program of ukuleles for everybody.
That's right.
I did the
And
same
then-
thing in elementary
yeah.
school.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they would figure out the better bass players, the best bass players were always the kids who really took to the ukulele quickly.
Yeah.
And they were just like, 4 strings works for you, eh? Try this.
Yeah.
And like,
Love it.
Yeah. I never really got placed in anything after all that. Maybe they just didn't see any musical talent in me.
but that whole,
What the hell do they know?
that
Teachers.
whole system, that's where I was going with this, I think. That whole system of starting off just a faceless drone
Yeah.
in this sea of people who have no idea what they're doing.
And then
And
refining
then
it.
refining it down, building your confidence, building your skill, getting awards, going around, doing
Yeah.
jazz festivals and different things and being adjudicated and doing extra things with it. And then at the end, it's like the grade 12 year, my jazz combo, we didn't do anything at school.
Yeah.
We did gigs on our own that we
Oh.
had to find. We
Really?
rehearsed on our own. And the teacher would just come out and see us every so often and be like, "Yeah, you guys are doing it. A's all around."
Nice.
Awesome.
Like stage band was before school, so it was just extra credit, right?
Yeah.
And so grade 12, I had a bunch of extra classes and shit like that because I had so many courses and so many credits. But
Nice.
but yeah, the school program really set me up to not have any stage fear at all on drums.
Yeah.
But anywhere else, I mean, it's
I guess that's a really good point too, because I remember doing like choir and stuff, even like growing up.
yeah, we did choir
Always
as
being,
well.
always being like taking trips and like playing like even like Pantages and stuff, like, you know, small audience obviously in Pantages, but like
Nice venue though.
but it gets you in front of a crowd at a young age. It gets you performing and gets you comfortable with the idea, if you want to pursue that, I guess, of like being in front of people. You know what? I want to say real quick, I love this weed because what the fuck is this podcast even about right now? This is
Yeah, I know.
This is awesome. I love it. It's like we're getting so lost in this already, and we're not even done our first. Yeah, this is gonna be a lot of fun.
I was just laughing in my head thinking about elementary school and the drama program that we had in elementary school, and I played a little role in a musical, The Trial of the Big Bad Wolf.
Nice.
Yeah,
Were you the big bad wolf?
No, I was the kid with the hatchet who was like out cutting trees. I can't remember what my
You're a
what my
witness.
character was.
You're a witness, probably.
Yeah, I was one of the many people who was there testifying against the big bad wolf, right?
Yeah.
One of the people one of the kids from the fairy tales, right? And I remember like singing my stuff, and I remember that I had so much makeup on. My cheeks were so red. It was just like, it was stupid. But watching the VHS tapes back from that, I nailed all my lines,
Nice.
and I also nailed everybody else's lines.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was that kid up there mouthing like every single line all the way through,
you
and then
Yeah, so you wouldn't forget when yours came up?
well, I don't know. I didn't even realize I was doing it. Right? That was just
That's awesome.
it was just the way it was. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. It was a crazy soprano, like Like just way the
Nice.
fuck up there.
I love
Oh,
that.
man.
I love
yeah.
that.
Oh man, that is funny.
Well, you can sing harmonies though, Jeff. I can't wait to hear you sing some
I heard you
harmonies.
sing, baby. You got a nice voice.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Making me blush over here.
Well, with the red makeup on your cheeks, there you go.
Well,
Oh.
should we jump back into our strain explain? I'm not even sure.
Oh yeah, we're doing a podcast on weed here, aren't we?
Yeah, that's
oh,
right.
man, that's great.
We went way.
Yeah.
We got way out of bounds on that one.
All right, well, that's what this shit
No,
does.
yeah, well,
so.
wait, we went way out of bounds, but we'll throw the ball back onto the soccer field.
I don't think there are
Not
out
in
of bounds.
not in a negative
We're-
way. I'm just saying, like we went like way outside on that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we were in the rough.
We were in the rough. Yes, thank you for using that golf analogy. I
Yeah,
like that.
no
Talking
problem, no
music,
problem.
gotta love it.
But yeah, so the parent strains of this that we're going to go with for this episode are dance hall and blueberry.
Blueberry. So dance hall I've never heard of. Blueberry is like it's like
Classic.
classic. I remember like growing up when I first started smoking weed, everyone was like, that was like a selling point for people, and it was bullshit. Probably more often than not.
Right. It was probably never blueberry.
But everyone's always like, oh yeah, it's blueberry. That was blueberry. Kush and blueberry were like the big names back then.
Well, I might be wrong about this, and we can look into it later. But I think that blueberry is a strain that you can grow rather easily outside, and it's a higher yield, and it's a little bit more robust. And that when you're growing it outdoors, there's very little difference between a good outdoor crop and a good indoor crop. Whereas other strains, there will be miles of difference between what you can grow
Yeah.
outdoor and what you can grow
Okay.
indoor. But yeah, dance hall. Okay, now we're on blueberry. Yeah, let's go
talk
through
about
blue.
Let's do blueberry. Yeah.
Blueberry.
'Cause
Okay.
actually, and actually, do you want to say too? This does taste a lot like blueberries.
Oh yeah.
Do you get that flavor out of there? Like that deep berry flavor?
Yes. It's quite nice.
It's really nice.
I like
Okay,
it a
sorry,
lot.
James. I want to let you take it away. I haven't heard your voice in a while now. I miss it.
Oh, it's all good. Check this out, blueberry. It's an indica. THC 17% on average, no CBD. Blueberry is an indica marijuana strain made by crossing purple Thai with Thai, a true A-list cannabis strain. Blueberry's legendary status soared to new heights after claiming the High Times Cannabis Cup 2000 for Best Indica. The long history of the strain goes back to the late 1970s when American breeder DJ Short,
We know that guy.
again, was working on a variety of exotic landrace strains.
I just want to clarify. We don't know him, but like we've read about him. Go on.
We like him. We like him.
We like him.
However, throughout the decades of blueberries cultivation, the genetics have been passed around due in large part to DJ Short working with multiple seed banks and breeders. The sweet flavors of fresh blueberries combine with the relaxing effects to produce a long-lasting sense of euphoria. Many consumers utilize blueberry to help contend with pain and stress, while connoisseurs and growers admire this strain for its colorful hues and high THC content.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Yeah, classic strain, man.
Yeah,
really
and,
classic.
And this one's closer on the indica end of the scale for the energizing versus calming. If you just scroll up just a tiny bit there, yeah, there you go. And this one, yeah, myrcene. This was the dominant terpene in, I'm pretty sure, in the parent strain. If you just cross back one to the dance hall, yeah, myrcene. Okay, back to the blueberry.
So both myrcene heavy. So
Yeah.
goes without saying that this is going to be a lot of myrcene.
Let me break the case.
Yeah. Detective Notepad.
So myrcene is the musky, herbal, citrus and clove smell. It's sedating, relaxing, and enhances the THC effects. As antiseptic, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and antifungal properties. Not sure why I'm doing this voice. Maybe it's the detective just trying to calm and pacify the suspect right before I get them to confess.
Sorry.
Confess, damn it!
I'm getting a lot of all those flavors though.
Yeah. The musky, the
musk,
citrus.
the citrus, the clove,
The citrus is way down on the bottom, and that's exactly where it is with this.
Yeah.
Right?
But yeah, a lot of that musky, that clove too, like that wasn't really thinking that, but yeah, like a little bit of that spicy. It's nice, man. All right, so we got
And
Can we go look? Sorry, can we look down at the
blueberry, yeah, the charts,
check the charts?
the
James.
feeling charts, the feel charts.
Feeling it, yeah, yeah. Well-
Relaxed, happy, euphoric, sleepy, and uplifted. We don't see sleepy a whole lot. I guess we see that more with indicas, though, obviously.
Uplifted.
Yeah, we've definitely been staying away from the super crazy heavy indicas for this show.
We have been.
Yeah. Turn the eighth estate into nap time with Bo and Jeff.
Yeah, totally right. I don't feel tired though.
No, me neither. This
I'm only
one's-
one
this
deep.
one's right down the right down the middle.
And yeah, that's the thing. We're not smoking blueberry. We're smoking the Rainbow Driver.
Yeah.
Well, rainbow effects. Happy, relaxed, euphoric, uplifted, tingly. Ooh, tingly.
Mm-hmm.
I might feel a little tingly.
Do
I
you?
feel a little tingly too.
I think,
Nice.
yeah.
I got some tingles.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, I know. I feel really good. I feel really good, man. This is a really, really nice pot.
I agree. All right.
Who doesn't?
Should we
Okay, so let's read the other. So yeah,
so
man.
dance hall.
Maybe we're a little sleepy. We're kind of droning on here. Yeah, let's go to the dance hall. Check this out. Who wants to read this one? I want to read it. I'll kick shit up here. Let's do it.
just let's look at the for a quick second there. I just wanted to look at where it was sitting on the energizing and what the terpene was in that first little thing just above there.
So dominant terpene.
Myrcene again.
Yeah. Well, didn't we already look at that? We saw the
All three of them have been myrcene,
we
but this
go.
one's way up on the energizing.
Wow, way up in the energizing. Also CBD 14%
That's right.
and CBG 1%.
That's right.
What does CBG do again?
CBG is, I think, a precursor to THC. I think.
Or to CBD? I thought.
Right, a precursor to CBD, and it can do different things to THC levels and kind of shift it in a way. I'm still not exactly sure.
Cool, really cool. You knew more than I did, though. That was a doozy I threw you. I like that.
Yeah,
Really
no,
cool
I-
ball. Can we just scroll up a little bit, James? Other way.
Oh.
Yep, perfect. Leave it right there. So dancehall. Dancehall, a 60-40 sativa dominant hybrid, was bred by Reggae Seeds. Reggie Seeds? Reggae Seeds.
Reggae.
Reggae Seeds. Okay, sorry. Wow, I was on a roll there. Okay. Because you guys maybe lose the energy. We're going to get it back now. We're going to get it back right here. Dancehall, a 60-40 sativa dominant hybrid, was bred by Reggae Seeds by combining Juanita La... You guys give me the hard one.
Lagrimosa.
Juanita La Lagrimosa, a Mexican-Afghani-Spanish hybrid, with Kalaya, Blue Heaven crossed with Mexican-Afghani hybrid. I always pick the hardest ones. Named after a style of reggae played in times of celebration, dancehall will lift your spirits to a happier place where creativity and social bonding thrive. As its flowers mature, vibrant shades of green, blue, purple, and red twist underneath its crystal trichomes, while aromas both sweet and spicy dance from cracked buds.
Slick.
Beautiful.
Well done, sir.
Thank you. I got the end down pretty good. How's your throat feel?
It's questionable.
I don't feel rough, but I'm hearing it in my voice. I sound rough.
Just maybe a tiny bit more phlegm than usual or something like
Yeah,
that.
a little phlegmy. So here's the charts. Happy, relaxed, uplifted, all the same kind of stuff we were seeing before. Focused, 35% of people report feeling focused.
And creative.
And creative, 33%.
I love
That's
it.
cool.
I love it.
Can we go back to the rainbow?
The dance hall in pre-rolls at my drum space is like the best.
I feel like I may have smoked a dance hall.
We have before coveralls.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you were a fan. You were definitely a fan.
Was it doing Sam stuff?
I think so.
I think I remember that even. Wow,
It might have been a one
I have a
grammer.
perfect memory for just like every
Every little bit
strain
of
I
weed that
smoked.
we've shared.
Yeah, right. There's no way I'm not just making up that memory in my mind right now. Can we scroll down to the rainbow chart, please?
Yeah,
James?
brah.
Thank you, dude. So
Oh.
don't say anything about focused or creative there,
No, but it does say it helps with muscle spasms, which
which is nice.
directly in line with the myrcene.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, that's a tingly uplifted. Yeah, I saw it before.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I do feel pretty. Actually, I shouldn't say I feel focused. I feel good. I feel up. I don't feel asleep at all, but I don't feel focused, I guess. We are not focused. Our first hour of the podcast, we talked about our singing in church, like school choirs.
Well, here's the thing. I was super focused on
that
those-
conversation.
and at the same time, I completely was aware the entire time that this was just heading off into the two leaves.
So was
right?
I wanted to break it off a couple times before, but I was like, I'm just going to let it play out. I want to see where it goes.
Oh man, you should.
And then also I was like, okay, well, I know we're wrapping it up now, so I'll just let it play out. And then we didn't. And then when I had my chance to talk, I wouldn't wrap it up. I would jump in with like another thing that you could bounce off of. And I knew we were going down a rabbit hole.
Oh, when we were going down the main road and like staying on the path, I was constantly just like looking for a side trail to get off.
Get back
I
to the main road, yeah.
No, to get off of the main road when we were on the main road. I kept having like,
We're using
is that
different
somewhere to go?
analogies.
Is that somewhere to go? Is that somewhere to go? I've got all these stories I want to tell that are
Yeah.
popping into my brain,
Yeah.
but I'm going to actively stay on. And then eventually it was just like, that one looks good. And I veered off course.
Gotcha.
I took us off course, definitely. And you wanted to get back on, but
It was a good course. This is a fun weed. I'm having a good
wasn't
time.
letting you.
Do you want to roll a second one before we get started here? Or do you want to light up this guy here?
I'm going to do the stuck paper challenge here on this one that I'm putting together.
Take your time. I'll make it started.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll have a cigarette after the second one, I think.
And then, yeah, this is really, really nice.
The
Like
rain.
it grinds up so. Sorry, James.
No worries.
It grinds up so nicely. The consistency is damn near perfect. The color and everything is just phenomenal. Okay, so stuck paper challenge. Here we go.
Check it, people.
Just gonna stick that down there.
It's coming. Stuck,
Oh, I can already feel it.
stuck paper challenge. Stuck paper challenge.
Stuck paper challenge. Oh shit!
Stuck paper challenge.
Oh, look at that.
Completely
That was
killed.
good. That's completely stuck. That's
Yeah.
killed it, crushed it. Get
Yeah.
another camera.
Oh yeah. So yeah, there it is. We're on Bo's camera. There we are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Bo.
perfect. So that'll be the way we do the stick paper challenge in the future. Just to let you know, we'll go on this one. I'll do the shake and then cut her to Bo's, and
Yeah.
I'll put it out in front.
Love it.
It's not
Perfect.
a full ring, but it's got a nice like resin buildup already around that cherry too.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's burning really, really well.
The joints were easy to roll really consistently for the amount of packing. Like I didn't feel like there was going to be pockets of air or little chunks that didn't grind up nicely or anything like that.
The thing about this rainbow parent strain I noticed on the strain explain here, I don't know if I've seen this before. It helps with muscle spasms.
I think we've seen that a couple times.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, then
Yeah,
I could be wrong, but I that doesn't seem too out of reach for me at all. That seems
That's
right,
cool, though.
right in line
It's
with everything we've heard.
It's not one that I see frequently or that we see frequently, but I have seen it. I'd say this is probably the third time.
Yeah, because I mean, is this the rainbow? Oh, this is the rainbow. Okay,
Yeah, it's
this
rainbow.
one has no CBD, right? Or does- oh,
It's got trace.
trace. Yeah,
It doesn't say any there, but
we're looking at like half a percent. We were saying, right? Okay,
about that, yeah.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, but I mean, like there are like heavy CBD strains, James, stuff like that, help with like real seizures and stuff too. So the idea,
Oh, yeah.
the idea of weed helping with muscle spasms. Yeah, maybe we haven't seen it a whole lot.
Like,
Maybe it is a little bit rare, but yeah, it doesn't seem too out of
that's cool.
out
though.
of line with everything I know. And
Just
and
as
hear.
a side bar kind of thing, on Leafly there in the little search bar, just type in Charlotte's Web or Charlotte's Angel.
Oh yeah, Charlotte's Web. Yeah.
Yeah, check out the strain and see what it says. This is like I've seen
Very
Charlotte's
med-
Web
very
and I've
medicinal.
seen Charlotte's Angel as CBD. They're both, yeah. Go to the Charlotte's Angel and click on that. It's a really, really, oh, myrcene again. Same terpenes, the same kind of medicinal effects. And this one is almost exclusively CBD, super high levels of CBD. And this was a strain created almost exclusively for the medical market for cancer patients and stuff like that.
As I know the story, I saw like a documentary on it. It was like almost exclusively made for like one person, for like one patient. It was like this little girl, and she like, she was like, I think she was epileptic, and and having wicked seizures. And nothing was really helping. I may be wrong about that syndrome, but what she had, what her issues were, but they like developed a strain that was like unnaturally high in CBD, and then they made like tinctures. There was like an eye drop, I think, that they had to give her, but it helped. It like helped take away and like lessen her symptoms and take away her seizures, right?
Yeah.
Which is a really crazy thing, man.
I've had some Charlotte's Angel, both from the stores and in years gone by from the old legacy market, and man, like, for not having any THC in it or very, very little, the amount of gumminess that it was, it was crazy. It was like it was covered in like Gorilla Glue or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, it was so gummy.
Really? Can we look up a picture of it? James, can we look up a picture of Charlotte's Angel? No rush.
Yes, yeah, we'll get on that. I just thought very quickly helps with, like, 100% of people said happy and pain.
Well, it's only one
look,
person reported two effects, so only
Oh,
one.
two reviews.
Two reviews, but see there above feelings, it says one people reported two effects.
I see. Okay, never mind. Well then, yeah.
Also, though, I think it is still like considered like a pretty medicinal strain, whether you can buy it in like the regular weed store or not. Whether you buy it like it doesn't really matter. It's a medicinal strain, so people that are using it are usually looking to alleviate their pain
That's right.
and feel better. So it doesn't surprise me that if you take it and it works for you, that it's definitely going to be the two things you put in there. Like, I feel happy and I feel like I'm not in pain anymore. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
like
looks
they're just-
crazy. It does look like a spider web. Can we look, James, you go to that third picture. That's the one I want to see.
Yeah, just
Can we get that- can we get that-
profound amounts of
I'm taking off
it's-
these glasses. This is-
It's almost like the crystals form in like a rock salt formation, as opposed to other strains where they may form in more of a sand granular kind of form, if that makes sense.
No, but it's okay. Just say it one more time. I just didn't catch the first part of it.
The THC crystals or the cannabinoids and the terpenes on it, were forming in almost like a rock salt, kind of like big gloppy chunks,
Okay.
as opposed to being dusted.
Now,
really.
now I heard it, and now it makes total sense. Yeah.
Okay.
It does look like it doesn't even look like a spider web. It looks like a straight up spider.
The darkness too, like that purple plant there, is just
Gorgeous looking.
yeah.
I just want to grow that in my yard just to like have as a beautiful flower.
I overheard some customers talking with a staff member
Oh.
in one of the stores here. I can't remember what store, but I overheard a few words. I wasn't really eavesdropping, but
Sure.
they were talking about somebody making waves in the movement towards Manitobans being allowed to grow their 4 plants.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that would be so.
that would be
Awesome.
amazing.
Yeah.
It'd be amazing.
You better believe I have 4 plants. Oh, dude.
Yeah, you would be perfect. Yeah, you could have them like
Well, my plants are doing so good right now. You guys should see my spinach. Which is actually, it's funny. I didn't wear this because of that. But my spinach is flourishing right now. Oh, it's so good. My tomatoes look great. My peppers, I got to replant a couple of them. They're still in too small pots. So
Peppers are tough.
my peppers all look awesome. I have 6 of them, and they all look awesome except for 2. And they're just, I know the pots are too small, so they're starved right now. They need more space to grow. It's just a little plant. It's got to release its wiggles. It's got to get out there, and
Yeah.
it's got to let its roots go out there and flop around in the dirt and have some fun and
Flop those
connect
roots.
with things, right? So I just got to replant that stuff, and it's gonna be fine. But I'll share some vegetables. When I have some vegetables, I'll make like a nice little platter for us on a podcast one day.
That would be cool.
Look at this rock salt, eh? On this guy.
Yeah,
Look
that's
at it, dude.
insane. Just look at it.
Yeah. Look at it. Yeah. That's amazing.
The thing that I've heard about Charlotte's Angel, though, and these CBD strains, they're a lot harder to grow.
Okay.
I don't know exactly how. I think they take longer, but they're also they just require more care and attention, I believe.
Okay. Yeah. Again, like I loosely remember this documentary that I saw about Charlotte's Web. And as I recall, it just took them a long time to figure out how to grow it properly too. I think there's something to it too, growing it without any THC. I think like it took a long time to like develop that formula with like, you know, typically we see like even like CBD heavy strains, still a significant amount of THC in there too, more often than not at least. But to grow something that's almost entirely without THC and heavy into like it's, I don't think it's like a very natural. There probably isn't a land race that does that.
Right.
So it's a less natural process to grow it and to harness it kind of and develop it. You know what I mean?
That's really interesting, and that's really something that I'd love to look into eventually. Is like the origins of the CBD strains, and if they are like, who knows? Maybe just one.
I believe that I just feel,
land race was a CBD strain, and all the rest are THC. Like,
yeah, I could be dead ass wrong about everything I just said too. So, but I don't. I just that's how I look at it though. I feel like the CBD heavy stuff is exactly what you're saying. Is just it's more, or not what you're saying, what I was saying, but like I feel like it's more. It's been more modified. It's more. Not more processed. It's a horrible word because I don't want to take away from it. It's still a beautiful thing, but it's
just been more scienced.
more scienced. Exactly. Yeah. And we all love science here. We're all scientists ourselves. You know, at least I am.
Totally.
I haven't actually seen your degree, but
Well, I'll show you my degree.
I got your degree right here.
Hello.
I got your degree hanging.
You know I'm getting high because I keep forgetting about this joint.
Yeah. James, you're a goddamn mind reader. I was just going to say that we should take it over to this. This is from Strat Can, if you want to bring this up for the people. It's the, I guess, press release from May 15th
I guess so. Yeah, it was brand new
for
stuff,
Black Kettle Farms. You mind if I take over the cursor here and we'll just
Go for it.
go through running this down?
Take over there, sir.
All right. Yeah. So, Larry Cantor runs Black Kettle Farms, an indoor micro-cultivator in Langley, BC, with his father, his master grower, Mike Holub, and his best friend since grade school, Tim Carter. That's pretty cool. Like,
Yeah.
son, dad,
best
master
friend.
grower, best friend. Like, that's really, really neat. Licensed in December 2020, so real fresh. Black Kettle has already sold out of their first batch of flower, Rainbow Driver, in Alberta. They have also shared their cannabis on shelves in BC and will be in Manitoba and Ontario soon through BC processor Joint Ventures Craft Cannabis. And that's what we got. We got the first little bit of it to make it into Manitoba.
Yeah, man.
Really awesome.
Really exciting stuff. Brand new.
Yeah, definitely. For people at home, like I've seen this at Bazam. I haven't seen this at other places yet. Go hit them up and grab some while you can.
Yeah. This is phenomenal, man. I love it.
Their next strain will be a Triangle Kush.
I read that, yeah.
Yeah, just one of hundreds of genetics that their master grower brought in with him that they hope to release in the market in coming years. That was the little bit of a worst read I've ever done. Just that little bit. You want to do the next paragraph here, Bo?
Nothing would make me happier. Path to market. The path to get to the market. Sorry. The path to get to market has been a long one. Cantor emphasizes. Taking considerable startup investment of more than $1 million, plus months of building their facility, waiting on local and federal governments to issue licensing, growing out their first crops, and then several more months of work before getting their product ready to be accepted into provincial markets. And although they are now selling products into the market and hope to be drawing a salary for him and his crew, he says he expects it will be several years before the businesses fully recouped their startup costs.
Yeah, it's a hard go, and I heard out in BC it was really hard for cultivation companies that wanted to start up.
Yeah.
Like they had to.
Well, you got to think it's a huge investment, dude.
Well, it's a huge investment, but here's the thing. I think, and I could be wrong, but in BC, what the government said was, we want to see pretty much that you're able to grow weed. We want you to do everything before we'll even look at your application. And you might not get it, but you might. But we want to see everything done before you can even apply. So they've got to invest all this money and then plan to have months and months, probably almost a year of no income coming in, where they're still spending more money. And at the end of the day, there is no sure thing that they are going to be licensed.
Yeah.
They could just be fucked. So to go through all that is really, really cool.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it does, the next line kind of makes sense with that.
Yeah, so consumers may ask why an eighth is 45 plus tax, but they might not understand the grower is getting a fraction of that, says Cantor. Anyone want to take it from here? Should I keep going?
It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy that
There
you know, to Jeff's point, $1 million. They didn't have any approvals, and like $1 million, that's nothing to sneeze about, right? That's like
As he sneezes at it.
yeah.
As he literally sneezes at it.
But yeah, it takes a lot of faith, So giddy up.
Yeah. He said he hopes part of the streamlining will be BC's expected Farmgate and direct sales program for 2022. Farmgate will allow cannabis companies with the appropriate licensing to operate a retail store on site, while direct sales will potentially allow some producers to ship small batches of products directly to retailers, rather than going through the BC LDB's distribution warehouse. That's amazing. That's really cool. That they're allowing them to take the middleman out of the equation, make sure that everything's done in house, and that's the way it should be.
Totally.
And that and only that kind of system will really allow the cream to rise to the top.
Yeah.
And everybody to prosper. The company is going to make more money.
Yeah.
Essentially, the government's going to make more money off the company making more money. The clients get a better product at a cheaper price. Everybody's happier.
Yeah.
Think
for
about
sure.
it.
It's people helping each other out, man. It's the way to do it. Sorry, James.
Think about it if you're going to a winery and you go to the winery, you see the winery, their grapes and all that, and then you go in, there's a special area where you can eat food that's paired with the wine. Why can't weed companies have food like a restaurant and they can sell their products and there's food paired with the weed?
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, food made with the weed.
There you go.
It will happen. It'll turn into the same thing. I don't know if you guys have ever been to Hawaii.
Yes.
But in Hawaii, they have tourism destination coffee farms.
Oh, yeah.
And like you leave there like higher than you've ever been on drugs.
Yeah.
Just on straight coffee.
On coffee, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. But you were seeming like something.
I was just gonna say, what about food made with weed and paired with weed
And other food.
and
And more food. And
Yeah.
then ketchup
Yeah,
chips.
Sure.
Yeah, no, it's great. So they've got it explained right here on top of this beautiful picture of the sea of green. In addition to the normal build-out time for his federal license, plus about 5 months from submitting their license to receiving it, Cantor said he had to wait 6 or 7 months for a license from his local municipality before he could even build. So, yeah, he had to wait, he had to invest, then he had to wait and get that license, then build, then you can apply for the other. Oh, it's just...
It's a
For
nightmare.
no
It's a
chance
nightmare.
of getting actual, like, for being
For no
approved.
guarantee.
Exactly.
For no guarantee.
That's-
You've got a
that's what I meant.
chance,
You got a
but
chance,
you've got
but
no guarantee.
guarantee. Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's
That takes
wild,
faith.
man.
That
Wild.
takes faith.
Yeah, those are some big colas there sticking up.
One thing I want to see is I want to see a real website from Black Kettle Farms. I want to see this happen.
I'm
I'm
surprised
sure-
they don't have
I'm
one.
sure they'll get
I'm
there.
sure it's in the works
Maybe
already.
and no smack against you, James, for thinking that you had a Black Kettle Farms, because there are, like, I wonder if they're waiting for like a URL to open or something like that, because there are a bunch of Black Kettle Farms down in the States.
Yeah.
I found one, like, I think in the UK or something like that are
Okay.
just agriculture farms, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this goes on and on and on. It's a really cool article that people can go see. Here's their
Wow.
full plant hang. This is interesting. Cantor is saying that he's in no rush to expand, and he says he wants to ensure that Black Kettle Farms can maintain a focus on a high quality craft cannabis product.
That's the ticket, baby.
Currently, they have 450 square foot flowering rooms, plus a veg room and a small nursery, keeping all their genetics in-house. That's great. He says, I do intend to be a much larger farm, but I want to stay with the small room craft growing at all times.
Hell yeah.
As opposed to a warehouse and a large automated system. But I do want to expand on what we're doing now. Well, I'm sure he would love to have 6 or 7 different strains at market, you know, and if you cycled them properly, you would always have something coming down and going out the door.
Yeah.
Right.
And once what he's doing is exactly the right way.
Yep.
You refine your system of practice in a small setting, and then you just take that and you just multiply it in different areas,
100%.
and do the same thing more often in a proper cycle. Yeah, it's great. And they've got masks on, but I can tell that they're both smiling.
You can see it in the eyes.
Yeah. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Strat Can. I haven't seen stuff on here before, but they've got some neat stuff. This was really neat. If you are we still on the picture-in-picture there?
Oh,
James?
yeah.
Okay, perfect. BC tests illicit cannabis and finds 24 different pesticides in 20 samples.
Illicit cannabis?
Yeah, legacy market.
Legacy market cannabis?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's one of the things. There's larger groups that have been growing and distributing weed for a long time.
Yep.
And they're still doing it. And they've got it refined down to a point where they don't really worry about the product. They're all about the numbers, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And they're figuring out the places to sell it where there's no competition. And those people are also, at the end of the day, just worried about the numbers, and they're just happy to have something for those numbers that work.
Yeah.
And it's too bad. This stuff's pretty garbage.
Yeah.
And that's what they're seeing there. Like, when if people don't know what they're doing and they don't care, it's kind of like making records, and when you're in the studio and you see somebody who's like, on these drum tracks, instead of cutting out all the bits of the mics that aren't being used and really making everything super clean, I'm just going to use Drumagog and bump up the things that I want to shine through. I'm just going to add here I'm going to add a bit instead of taking away a lot to make a better product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
The
so
old
high right now.
Colonel Cut Corner.
I am so stoned right now, guys.
Yeah, you are visibly rocked.
Yeah, it's true. It's a
This
true
is
story.
great.
It's
This
a
is
gr-
great.
It's great weed. I'm rocked, dude. I'm done. I'm baked. I'm not done. I'm not tapping out.
You still got 2 more, don't you?
I know.
I love it.
I'm smoking them in succession, though. I smoked the biggest ones first. Oh my goodness, I am so high. I can't even speak right now. But yeah, working my way down. It's all downhill from here. That's a good thing, right? Downhill is good.
I think so.
Downhill is good. Yeah, you can just roll it if you want.
Exactly. That's what I always think. Yeah.
Yeah,
uphill is bad. It's all uphill from here. That's a bad thing.
Yeah, unless you're into hard work. If you're like David Goggins or Jocko, then
Oh,
you're just
man.
like good.
I want to wake up at 4 a.m. to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually was laughing to myself like a bit of an idiot the other night because I was thinking about, I was like putting out a joint at 10 to 5 in the morning, and then about to go to bed. I was thinking about like Jocko's probably just finishing his workout right now, and he always posts on Instagram like the puddles and the equipment, and it says
Yeah.
like aftermath
Oh.
and the time. And I was like, I should start doing that with like just the ashtray.
Yeah,
and like
aftermath.
yeah, and just always like the same time. But nah, sorry, man, that's the end of my day. I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
And just start tagging Jocko and all that.
You should.
That'd
You
be
should.
funny.
Oh man.
Hashtag
Yeah,
training.
do that for sure.
Yeah. Hashtag.
Is it cool if I smoke a cigarette in here? man?
Hashtag good. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hashtag good.
Yeah. This article is fucking crazy. But it may just be propaganda. Who knows, right?
What, the one we've been reading from for the last 10 minutes here?
No,
it's
this
another
is
one.
this is the other one that I changed to.
Oh, okay.
This was I changed it over to BC
Oh, the
Test
illicit,
illicit
yeah, okay,
cannabis.
that one, yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, so if people want to go check that out, check it out, make your decisions, or don't look into it.
Yeah, I haven't read it, so I won't say anything about it, but I will read it at some point.
I do have some other news, but I know at some point in time, our main man James here wants to do some financials too. So,
Why don't we
what
jump
do
into
you?
that?
Yeah, what do you think there, James?
Oh, no, you can totally just
want
go
me-
for it. Just go for it.
Do you want you don't want to jump in the middle for some financials?
I can do some stuff whenever, man. But follow this path because I've already shown it up on the screen. So just go for it.
Okay. Well, something that we've talked about numerous times, and what these guys know to be true.
Know to be true.
Kraft absolutely surprised us. Hexo's CEO says as cannabis sales plunge.
How did Kraft surprise? Yeah, let's read on.
Yeah. Look at this place.
So June 14th it was published. That's what, 3 days ago?
Yeah.
They lost almost 21 million Canadian dollars. Holy crap!
Yeah, in its third quarter.
Oh.
That does suck. I don't want bad for anyone. So that does suck.
Well, no, but that was happening though towards the end of last year though. Third quarter. That means like unless their fiscal year is like on a different date, that means like last year. This happened last year.
I think their
Oh, I
fiscal
see.
day is probably different.
Yeah, it is. I see that net revenue for the 3 months ended in April 30th
Mm-hmm.
was 22.7 million, 31% lower than the previous quarter, but 1/3 lower than analysts.
Sorry, James. I'm totally interrupting your segment though too by when I jumped in there.
No, it's all good. We're just jamming here.
But yeah, the company's $20.7 million net loss was about the same as the previous quarter's deficit, bringing the year-to-date loss to $45.7 million
That's
Canadian.
heavy.
So that's like what, like 10 million American?
No, probably about 38.
Yeah. But I mean, it's pretty wild. That's what we've been saying, Q3 was our fault, he said on a conference call with
man.
analysts, citing cultivation decisions made by the company and production issues relating to hash.
Whoa.
I wonder if they lost a big product or thought that they could make hash out of a certain product and then weren't able to get the
Well,
job done or something.
What's the word with hash right now? Is hash technically legal?
Oh yeah. There's hash in store.
Oh, yeah?
It's just that it seems like only the old heads are like
Looking for
interested
it?
in the hash, because anybody who's doing anything harder than weed is going pretty much straight to the extracts, like the shatter, the dabs, all that
vapes.
kind of
Yeah.
shit, right?
I love the 510 vapes. Like those
Yeah,
are some of my faves.
Yeah.
Those Broken Coast 510s we got the other week were phenomenal.
I've
dude.
still got mine. Like I
Oh,
don't rock them very often.
Oh, I blow through them, man. Yeah.
Oh, I only use them at like end of days if I need an extra little push into the 90-night
for
zone.
me, it's like during the day, it's a quick puff, and I just like
They
when I'm just
they rip
anytime.
they rip me out so quickly. Like it just like it's like super high and then just tired with that particular one anyways.
Yeah, I didn't burn out too much on them.
Yours might have been because we got different ones.
We did, yeah.
You got the Stargazer?
Yes,
Yeah. I can't remember what I got, but damn, is it ever good.
the frost.
Frost Monster, Frost Giant.
Yeah, frost monster.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
It sounds like they lost some crop. They don't really say, but
Well,
like
tell-
I just read more of this article.
Oh, well,
it
then
sounds
read
like
it,
they-
read it, James.
Yeah.
It's your segment after all.
Take it over
Let's hear
here.
your beautiful voice. Use your best voice. Use your not deep and sexy. Give me your best, like pronounced, like singing voice. Like
Well, so Hexo CEO Sebastian St. Louis,
not bad.
who's the CEO of the company, he said the company removed some strains from its catalog that were doing well in Quebec, planning to replace them with incredibly promising strains. And we've talked about that before. Like companies need to get better flower, right?
Yeah. We've talked about that time and time again, yeah.
Huge thing. And I think it was a learning thing for Canadian cannabis companies. Like it's growing pains, right? And they're trying to get the cheapest product out there, but like, true connoisseurs like you gentlemen are, like you want some premium flower, right?
You're only interested. I think I said something about we were talking about like the relation to this and like the food industry, and I was like, this is not a crop that you don't have to do this. No one's
Right.
You're not backed into a corner where this is the only option and you have to do it. People are only going to buy it as long as there's anyone growing top shelf stuff. Everyone has to start growing top shelf stuff because we're only interested in smoking something that's worth our time. You know, smoking garbage is not worth it. Smoking mediocre stuff is like, what's the point, right?
Yeah.
This is interesting. The CEO underestimated the speed with which the cannabis industry moves. Yeah, and they're like so. St. Louis said demand for high potency hash outstripped what the company was able to supply, providing an opportunity for smaller competitors to move in.
Huh.
Yeah, fascinating.
Yeah, Kraft has absolutely surprised us. It was mostly a one-time thing, he says. Yeah, cannabis-infused
see.
beverage sales amounted to 3.3 million in the quarter, down from the previous quarter's 3.6. I haven't really been into the beverages.
I haven't had
too
a
much.
single one. I have really no interest.
I've tried
Same
them.
here.
I've tried them. Most of them are so high in sugar that I'm just not into them, and some that are okay for me that I'll
Yeah.
do. They didn't get me that high really, but man, the next day I was just grogged right
Burned
out.
it right out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about like the production costs, the overhead that it would take to create a canning facility for drinks, for beverages. Like that is like super overhead, and they got burned, I guess. It looks like it. I don't know. According to what I'm reading in this article, they don't really allude to it too much, because it's financial speak. and all
Yeah,
that,
I mean,
but-
like it's just like that's the bottom line, man. Is like the fanciness of like, extracts are good if you're gonna do them right, but like, even if you're doing extracts and stuff, like if you don't have a good baseline premium flower, you're missing, I think, the bottom line.
Well, if they're doing beverages, really realistically, they would be better off if they partnered with like Coca-Cola or like Pepsi, so that you utilize their facilities, you lease a part of the facility instead of like building your own.
Well, yeah, no, I
facilities.
wouldn't be surprised if they did that too. Partnered up with somebody that they.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that. Doesn't really talk about it, but that'd be a way to go.
Okay, read that line that's highlighted there and just give me your opinion of what that actually means.
It's a quote.
To be clear.
I was gonna-
yeah, go for it.
You sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
To be clear, we have no trouble putting out high THC hash that's better quality than what craft guys are producing, St. Louis said. We just weren't expecting them to do it so fast.
Now, what does that mean to you?
I hate that.
What do you,
it tells me
what
that
do you,
you're that. It just I don't know. It just seems greedy. It seems like they're just trying to put out.
Yep.
They intentionally putting out sub quality stuff because they didn't think
They were like,
that the good stuff was going to be down the market. They just wanted to make their money right out of the gate as soon as they could.
they're like, oh, we can win with a 6 out of 10. Sweet.
Yeah.
Make it a 6 out of
It's not good.
10.
I don't like it. It doesn't impress me. It doesn't,
Yeah.
I
And
I
that's
don't, I don't care if you can grow it. That's awesome. But like, then why didn't you do that?
Check that out. Okay,
That's a
you got to
problem.
see this.
That's a problem.
There's the craft product. This is crazy. And this is the CEO talking. Yeah, the craft product that's coming off their shelf right now is terrible compared to what they are doing. So there's huge consistency and growth issues that craft needs to solve. So, okay, throwing,
Yeah, throwing some hard balls,
Yeah,
trying
well,
to
I
get
throw a little shade, I
some
guess,
people
yeah.
under the. But
Not throwing anyone under the bus, but
I mean, that's just like your opinion, man.
yeah, exactly.
True
Yeah.
story.
Thanks for quoting my favorite movie.
and he's trying to protect the company, right? And that's the speech.
That's exactly it. He's just trying to protect.
That's
yeah,
what
trying to
PR wrote
trying
for
to
him.
save himself a little bit. Just saving face. Yeah, I don't even know this company, but I'm not impressed.
Hexo.
Just waiting for the line where he's like, St. Louis later said, I don't even smoke weed. I don't even see what the big
Yeah.
deal is at all.
Dangerous.
Yeah, I just hate that though. That like, I mean, I guess someone had to do it. The market opened up, and someone had to jump in right away and put out someone had to put out content, right? It had to be there.
They have a lot of cash on hand, though.
Yeah, that's like a Floyd Mayweather fucking statement. I'm not worried at all. Hexo said it. I'm not worried at all. I got 194 million in cash on hand.
That's actually a pretty healthy company in terms of weed stocks.
Well,
or weed companies these days.
man,
That's healthy
a little-
cash balance sheet.
A little while ago, we did a little thing during your part, your financial segment, where it was Hexo was doing some shit and making some moves, and they had secured themselves as the number one. Like they had passed, what's that company? The big one.
Aurora, like in Canada, or
Yeah, they had passed to become number one in Canada.
Yeah. It'd be,
Canopy.
Canopy.
They had passed
Canopy, yeah.
Canopy Growth to become the leaders in Canada. But now, you know, how the tides change.
My, how the tables have turned.
194 million in cash reserves is pretty sweet, though. That's a
Yeah.
healthy balance sheet.
Yeah, but when you're
Oh, yeah.
losing millions, you know, like that's, you know,
Yeah, they could be out of
that's
cash
a
pretty
that's
soon,
a
yeah.
that's a few quarters.
It just means-
And I wish the best for them. I hope they get their stuff sorted out. If they can,
Same
here.
if they like they as they say are capable of putting out high THC content. I'm not sure why I'm using that word content. That's a bad word. But
Products?
product is much. That's what I was looking for. If they're capable of putting out high THC and good quality product, as they claim, better than what's on the craft market, then I want the best for these guys, but I want to see that out of them. That's like, and I don't even care if I do or not, but like that's what it's going to take to make it in the weed industry.
They have
Well,
to right the ship. They have to right the ship.
I'm not a financial expert at all.
They have-
when these segments go on, I pretty much have no clue what's happening.
They
But
have
as
time.
a person that just knows what people want, like if you're not growing top quality, like flower,
Mm-hmm.
bottom line, you're not. You're done.
Yeah.
You got to do it.
Yep. But yeah, it's wild. I want the best for them, of course, because they're
course.
people. I want everybody to be happy
And
But
successful, right?
I
Yeah.
want the best for the market. I want the best for the consumers, right?
Yeah.
And the best for everybody all around is the best for us. Competition, it's almost unpopular these days to say that competition is a good thing, but competition is absolutely a great thing. Like everybody, we all win from their competition.
Yeah.
You know.
See, yeah, part of what I don't like about this is the way they are still separating themselves from the craft market.
Totally.
You don't have to say that you can put out better stuff than the craft market.
Well,
join the craft market. Become a craft producer.
Well, I think he's really showing through those statements and whatever that he just doesn't really get it.
Doesn't
you
get
know,
it.
You know,
Exactly.
and he's probably not going to get it. And so, you know, some people get it, some people don't. It's just the way it is. But moving on to the next little thing I have here, I have two little articles about some shit going on in Quebec, and it's really interesting because you'd think that the market is like influencing this, but they're just parallel opposites of outcomes.
Can I just quickly jump in?
Yeah.
Hexo Corp. So they trade on the New York Stock Exchange and.
What's going on, everybody? I just want to take a quick second and tell you all about a really cool shop here in the city called Bazam. Now, Bazam is this awesome cannabis company based out in BC. Really cool company. And if you've ever been to their Corden location, you'll know it's super, super cool. But I'm not sure if you're aware, it's the only brick and mortar location that they have anywhere. It's crazy. It's the only one. It's a really, really cool shop, you guys. They have a real focus on local craft producers. They have the widest selection of craft cannabis anywhere. They pride themselves on having a huge, huge selection. They also have a huge community focus. You walk in there, you're going to see wares and crafts and artwork by local makers, which is really, really cool. You know, they support local. They push local. They're awesome. Their prices are good. They're privately owned. They have some really kick-butt house brands. They have Ness, Tabletop, and they also have their own Bazam cannabis, which is great. They've got everything from A to Z, man. It's crazy stuff. The stuff we're doing on tonight's podcast is Allie's pick. It's she has great staff, great shop. You guys should all go check it out. They're good friends of ours. It can be good friends of yours. Back to the episode.
The TSX, like the Toronto Stock Exchange.
Fancy schmancy.
They closed up huge gain, pretty good year to date, 48.75 year to date. They were as high, so it closed today at $5.95 US. At one point in this year, they were at over $10. So they were actually way higher than 40. Like they're still at 48.75% gain on the year, but man, they would have been double that. You know, in March when the crazy shit came down, or February, late February. Yeah. Anyways, please go on, Jeff.
Oh, no problem.
No, James. I think we should let James go on a little bit.
Oh gosh.
Is that? Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you, Jeff. Is that okay? Let James go on a little bit.
Totally. I was offering it to him before.
Quebec's cannabis store operator posts 66.5 sweet meal, baby.
See, I want that voice delivering my financial news. I want that sweet, sultry.
Oh, geez, I might have to read some Francais here. Quebec's government-run cannabis store operator, the Société Québécoise du Cannabis, SQDC, generated net income of 66.5 million Canadian dollars. That's 55 million US.
And you have to speak French to me way more often.
Ooh,
That was
Société Québécoise du Cannabis. In its recently concluded fiscal year, according to its annual report. The SQDC reported annual sales of 537 million. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
For the 2020-21 fiscal year, a substantial increase over the previous year's 300. That's almost double, man.
That's still not bad in the first year, though. Either way, it's like, either way you cut it, that's it's half a mil or it's almost half a mil.
Yeah.
Just
It's a lot of mills.
sorry, James.
Oh, sorry,
I
half
know-
a bill.
yeah.
I mean, half a bill.
Just the scroll.
Yeah.
No, like.
Oh, don't
like,
do it.
Like there you go.
Yeah. Copy that. Sorry, it's because I'm reading and that's what happens. Want me to continue?
Yes, please.
All right. In the fiscal year, the government-run cannabis store operator said it sold 91,529 kilograms. That's 91.5 metric tons of cannabis, about 2 times more than the previous year. In-store shopping accounted for the vast majority of sales. So they got like the retail thing happening. Store network sales were 486.7 million, or 90% of overall sales. Wow. Online sales 50 million, 0.5. Yeah. It said, okay, the SQDC said it steered nearly 53% of the illegal cannabis market to regulated channels. The company is thus fulfilling its mission of drawing users away from the underground cannabis market. What did you call that again? The legacy market?
That's right.
According to a news release. Yeah. And there's more. You can keep going, but yeah. Kind of the gist.
Yeah, so that's the government-run weed store, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty
And-
good.
Yeah.
$500 million almost? That's crazy.
Yeah. That's huge numbers.
Yeah, the Quebec's regulated cannabis market was led by Montreal, where $217 million of adult use cannabis was sold in calendar 2020. Second highest total in the country.
The Quebecois, they love their weed, huh?
Yeah.
Who
Yeah,
does it? Who
especially
doesn't, man?
especially in a year where everything's like locked the fuck down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's probably a lot of. Yeah, it'd be interesting. Yeah, man. Be interesting to see how much weed gets smoked when all lockdowns are cleared up and like everything's wide open.
Yeah, it might pull back a bit, but it is still summer. But I don't know. It's Canada. Wintertime, cabin fever happens again, right?
Also, weed is just great. So like, I don't know. Maybe it will make a difference.
This is a interesting thing.
What's up?
All profits from cannabis sales in Quebec are sent to the Cannabis Prevention and Research Fund, managed by the Quebec Finance Department, which reinvests primarily in cannabis-related prevention and research.
Wild.
All profits?
All profits, yeah, from their like
Oh,
government
from the
run,
government run
from the
store. Oh,
yeah
okay.
yeah.
But that's like a.
Whoa, okay.
They're trying to prevent cannabis?
Well, I don't know if if prevention is like they're obviously working towards eliminating the legacy market.
Yes.
And that's probably where the prevention is. Or also I could see prevention being in the youth. You definitely want to keep, weed out of schools and shit like that.
True.
Like we're finding out more and more and more that it is like really not wise to like smoke weed if you're under 20
At a young
years
age.
old.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
man, yeah.
Like, there's going to be the kids who, the kid who shows up with like, leg hair and arm hair when he's 9 years old, like,
Yeah.
but there's, he might be fine when he's like 17. Who knows? But
Well,
Who
the
knows?
teenage.
I might be a scientist, but I'm not a doctor.
Yeah. The teenage brain actually it develops till around the age of 25, and like smoking weed actually before the age of 25, it impedes the ability of the teenage brain to grow, and so that's why like it's actually I mean we can look at the stats on that, but I've heard that people who smoke, especially men who smoke before 25, like chances of getting schizophrenia, they go greater and all that, bipolarism, all that.
Yeah,
I
am
witnessed that
schizophrenic yet,
firsthand.
so I'm not worried.
Yeah. No, exactly. But yeah, there's stuff like that it is important. Prevention in terms of the
Absolutely,
youth.
yeah.
Yes.
And yeah, prevention as well, as far as people not knowing anything about the science,
Yes.
behind weed.
Yeah.
Like it should be normalized. Everybody should be educated on it. And if that was done, I bet you 99% of people would make the correct decisions,
Totally.
But yeah, anyways.
Interesting stat though, man. Interesting fact.
I thought it was really interesting that this was the cannabis store run by the government, posting a $66.5 million profit. And then at the same time, a deal reached to sell Tea God's Quebec Cannabis Greenhouse at a $200 million loss.
Whoa.
And this was published 3 days before the other article.
Okay.
And this is the Green Organic Dutchman Holdings. I've had some of their stuff.
I feel like I've had that before too.
It's like a green bag.
Yeah.
And they've got like they've got like Amsterdam. I think it's Amsterdam Sativa and Rotterdam Indica or something like that. And some other
I
strains.
know exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. But yeah, James, can run us through this one.
Well, yeah, they posted a loss because they spent $239 million on a property as of last summer, according to a regulatory filing, meaning the company will have lost more than $200 million on the facility when the deal is completed later this month. So they got burned on overhead, bricks and mortar. They got burned. It'd be nice to know how and why. The company says it plans to use the proceeds of the sale to eliminate its senior term debt. The pending sale is the latest example of the broad sell-off of mass-scale cannabis greenhouses by the largest Canadian producers, which wildly overspent on cultivation space from 2017 to 2019. Yeah, that makes sense. Cultivation space. There you go.
Yeah, it sounds to me like they got fucked. And who knows? If I was writing a movie, and both these things were in the movie, maybe I'd decide to put an underlying plot where the government body has some shady things go on, and then they kind of end up going through some different channels, making sure that this company gets fucked. So they gotta and then they're like, oh wow, magically in the future, things are great. But that would be a movie.
I want you to pitch that movie to someone. You just pitched to me.
All right, and it would definitely have Nicolas Cage
and Brad Pitt
and Tom Cruise.
Yeah, and who's our female lead?
Tom Cruise.
Connie Nielsen.
Oh, the
Tom
female
Cruise.
lead.
Yeah, Tom Cruise is our female lead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Tom Cruise is she/her then in the movie.
I haven't written it yet, so I'm not exactly sure. But we'll see. We'll see when it comes out. I mean, I'm open to suggestions.
Pronouns
You
to
know,
be announced.
in this economy,
It's economy, man.
it's a hard go. But
Did I say that on one of the first podcasts? Was that pilot stuff? Where did that come from? When did I start saying that?
I think you actually started saying it at coveralls, and
Or
then
band
you
practice.
were just saying it's my thing. I was
Yeah.
like,
That's
I'll
that's
see about
thing-
that.
that's a thing for a day, yeah.
This is interesting. I'll just quickly highlight this.
Read it. Read it out.
Mhm.
So sell-offs, right? They're selling.
Wait, can you still
property.
highlight it so I can read it with you?
Okay. So here's what I wanted to say. One cannabis executive previously characterized the rush to establish those large facilities as an arms race. Some of the projects, whether built from scratch or acquired via M&A deals, mergers and acquisitions, that's what that means, led to losses in the hundreds of millions of dollars and inventory write-downs amounting to much more. So inventory write-downs, that's like losing crops.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
earlier this year, so we talk about canopy growth being the biggest one. Earlier this year, Smith Falls, Ontario-based Canopy Growth sold off 2 facilities in BC, British Columbia, for those Americans of you, for a combined $40.6 million. So that'd be like 34 million Americans, something like that, or 35, 36. Significantly less than what the company spent on the properties. So, yeah, I mean, it's been growing pains. It's been growing pains.
Well, that's again, it's people who it's arguable as to whether or not they were high stakes gamblers in the market, or if they were just coming at it from the wrong way, right?
Yeah.
But
They might have underestimated how many people would still go to their regular legacy person. They might have thought oh yeah, legacy people, they're gone. When it's legal, we're good.
Yeah.
So they might have underestimated that.
they should have come at it, Captain Hindsight. They should have come at it from thinking that they've got to compete directly with the legacy market, with having all that financial overhead that the legacy market doesn't have, right?
Did you say Captain Hindsight?
I love that. Captain Hindsight.
Captain Hindsight, is
love
he
that.
part of the same squad as
No,
Detective Notepad?
Captain Hindsight is actually from
Part of the
South.
same.
He's from South Park.
Yeah. Oh, is he?
Yeah, and
Oh,
he
okay.
shows
How
up
did I not know that?
he shows up after disasters and flies in and is like, "Oh, well, what you should have done was," and then
I don't remember
I didn't
that.
know
at
that,
all. Yeah, I didn't know it either.
yeah, fuck. What season are they on now? I feel like he was
22.
26?
Yeah,
26,
I feel like he was
25, something like that.
He was like
I
maybe
think you might be right. I might
season 12 or something like
Okay,
that.
I've missed like at least 10 seasons for
I
sure.
think I've seen most of it, if not all of it, but I just don't remember that.
Captain
yeah.
Hindsight,
Yeah.
that's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah. Captain Hindsight's a real piece of shit.
What you should have done here is you should have like not had that big a greenhouse.
Yeah, totally.
Well, that's the thing. We were looking at what was the name of the company we were looking at first? Started with an H.
Hexo.
Hexo. They're talking about like not getting into the craft market, but being better than the craft market. But then you see the size of their facility, their size of like their operation, and you know that there's so much automation going on in there. Unless they're employing like 1,000 people, like. You have to-
They are employing lots of people. Like when Tilray opened up in Nanaimo, it was one of the first places in Canada, and it opened up even before legalization.
Yeah.
And they hired like, I don't know if it was 1,000 people, but it was close to that.
I'm not saying that they're not employing people. I'm not saying that people aren't getting jobs. I'm just, then. But if it's not automation, like, what is the issue? Like, why can't you just grow better stuff? Like, is it just bad seed, just plain up, like straight up, just growing easy to grow, cheap plant?
It is. I think it is automation, but also it's not paying people to be wizards, right?
Yeah.
And you need wizards. And when you've got these huge crops, right? These huge rooms, when and if they spoil because you don't know what you're doing, and they're gonna,
Yeah.
then you lose 10 times the potential that a craft cannabis producer has to lose, right?
Okay.
When they're doing a smaller room. Like when it goes, it goes. And it's just, what do you do, right? And there's lots of things that could make it go. And the automation is definitely one of those things.
Yeah.
You have computer glitches and then the temperature goes off, or the water cycle, or the light cycle. There's so many things.
I just feel like if you're growing the best of anything, you need smart or at least like knowledgeable and like proper hands and like minds and people to care for it, and like, nurture it and deal with it.
I think we're going to see a major consolidation in the markets for sure. Companies will monopolize stuff. I think that's inevitable. There's been a lot of grow ups. Like, I mean, the thing is too, like the Hexo CEO, he was we underestimated the power of craft or whatever, and so that'll always be a thing. But like, I do really foresee that, and I mean, this is not investment advice by any means, but I do foresee that there's going to be more consolidation in the weed market for sure.
Who knows? From those things that guy from Hexo is saying, we might see within the next few months another news article saying that he no longer works for Hexo.
That might be highly possible.
But
It sounded like he was scrambling in his his press release for sure. Yeah. Canadian markets. I wish they had on this site, New Cannabis Ventures. I do enjoy it. You can look at the indices, the different stock indexes. This is Canadian Cannabis LP Index, so that's the largest companies in Canada. I wish they had a year-to-date function.
Every time you say indices, I think you're just mispronouncing industries.
Yeah, no, it's indices. Yeah,
Yes, I got you.
yeah.
Oh yeah, they've just got the 1 year. They don't have the year to date.
Yeah, year-to-date would be nice to see.
Is there anything with those 3 dots beside that time? Like see.
Take over, show me. I'm not sure what you mean.
Right here.
Oh, there.
Oh no, just daily, weekly,
Daily,
monthly.
weekly, monthly. Yeah.
And this.
It'd be nice to see year-to-date. That would be very
What
nice.
does that do? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Well, so we started out, early. Like we had a high in the Canadian stock market index for cannabis, Canadian Cannabis LP Index, 572.53, and now it's at close at 363.35. So it's definitely down. What is that difference? That's like holy shirt. That's like 40% drop. No, 50% drop almost. No, 4. Sorry, hang on. I'm trying to do my math here. What is it? 572. Well, it's like over 200, almost $210. Divided by, that's like 45% drop. It's crazy.
I'll take your word for it. There's a lot of bumps and chs in that math
yeah.
that I didn't really get, but I'll just take your word for
That's
it.
the calculator functioning in my mind right there. That's it. Yeah.
That spike there though doesn't seem like it's something that can be taken seriously. It's so short.
Yeah,
It's
that's
such a spike, right?
yeah.
And then it evens out pretty much right where it was rising up after January, halfway through January in 2021.
There was a sale that week.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But there is sustainability, though, which is nice in terms of. So this is probably, I should actually take a look at why we had that spike at that time. I'll try to find that because there's going to be a reason for it. Perhaps like a major merger stock buyout or something. That might be the reason why. So I can take a look at that. But yeah. So that's Canada, right? That's Canada. If we look at America, look at their. So I'm going based on 6-month performance here, and
Very similar.
Very similar.
yeah, very similar. Yeah, there. I remember there was some major news around then, and then
Spike in
there
the
was
same,
spikes,
same time.
like
though,
right
yeah.
around the same time. Yeah. And but sustainability still, and we can take a look at.
Isn't that right when we started shooting this thing?
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's crazy. There's no way that's a coincidence.
Check it.
No, it can't be.
There's
Global.
no way it's a coincidence.
Same thing. Global spike. Check it out. Global spike here. So just showing you. I'll find out. So February 10th, the news on that day.
Wednesday,
Our
February
first
10th.
episode.
Well, I think it was maybe February 11th.
Shit. Was it actually?
Maybe.
Snaparoo. Yeah.
I'm not sure.
But the hype leading up to it would have definitely caused some rupture. Eruption.
to the first time that we.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't find words
I'm
to
not sure
express
when
anything.
we-
I'm so
Eddie Van Halen
fucking
eruption.
high right now.
Shout out to Eddie
But
Van
yeah,
Halen.
it's too impossible. This is not a coincidence.
Dreams affect reality.
Yes. Yeah, into the matrix we go.
Yeah.
I'm doing some research here. So talk amongst yourselves.
Okay, cool. What are you doing research on though?
Why the spike happened on this day.
Oh well.
Well, here's the thing though too. We can't be working for too much longer because I'm almost down to my last joint here too. So we have to we gotta.
Right, and I've still got.
How much is that? Is that 2 joints worth? What is
or
isn't that your third though?
This is my
Yeah.
third, but I put less in my first big one, and that one was kind of small.
So we smoked in reverse again. I smoked the biggest fatty first and one.
Well, I
the
smoked a big
smallest.
fatty first too. It was a King Paper, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was a little bit smaller, a little bit looser, and it smoked really quickly for me.
So it had the spike was about hopes about new cannabis industry legislation, and younger
okay.
investors were getting into it, and it was a trend thing, and that happens in markets.
It didn't say anything about our podcast though.
And then it said the Eighth Estate podcast debuted, and people were excited.
Yeah, who wrote that article?
Well, we didn't
About
debut
us.
until April 20th. That was when the first episode dropped.
Oh, really?
But I think we started.
Yeah, we started filming, though, yeah.
we started filming.
Precisely,
Yes,
yeah.
That's
Precisely.
what I've been saying.
That was a very false statement I made, of course.
Of course.
But it's fun to say that, though.
There's
Now we're gonna get
Yeah.
sued.
No, we'll be fine. But yeah, I got down to that's my detective notepad or whatever. I guess we need a name for whatever.
That's not.
my,
Yeah, that's not your
fi-
detective
No,
notepad.
no,
You
no, no.
can't
My bad. My bad. Well, I guess we got to find out a nickname. Well, I can't nickname myself, but if you're detective notepad, and you're
Deputy
depu-
notebook.
aren't you? Yeah,
Don't,
you're deputy notebook.
Don't force anything.
Don't stress it.
It'll
If
come.
it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen.
It'll come.
Damn straight.
Yeah.
He's more like you ever watch like CSI or anything? I didn't, but my parents did. And there's always like that nerdy person like at the computer room at all times. They'd like call in from like you know, from the crime scene or whatever. I'm not sure what they were as far as like their ranking, but we'll look into it.
Yeah, and then they start having like it would be like a goth girl.
Yeah, there's that goth girl in one of them. Yeah, it was CSI something, or was that NY? No, I don't even know what that was. Again,
Jag.
I didn't watch Jag.
Jag.
Fucking Nash Bridges.
Yeah, Nash Bridges was a hell of a
Awesome.
show.
I
You
watched
can't
that-
put that up against garbage like Jag.
I was like 6 when I watched Nash Bridges, but it was. I remember it being awesome.
That fucking car. Yeah, with Cheech.
Cheech and what's his name?
Don Johnson.
Don Johnson.
Yeah, that's right. Don Johnson
Don
from Miami Vice,
Johnson.
baby.
Yeah, man. The man.
Yeah, with
Oh,
that.
there he is. Yeah,
I'm pretty
there he
sure it
is.
was. I'm pretty sure it was a Barracuda.
Someone told me I look like a young Don Johnson one time.
See the.
Oh, you want me to go back? Yeah, I can go back.
Well, just there's the thing that says videos there beside all.
I'll let you take over if you want. If you
Here's
like.
the opening scene. On the 2 buttons there, do you want to make sure they're both depressed for this
They are.
channel to put them to the headphones and the
Oh,
sling?
yeah.
Yeah, we can play this.
Oh, both of them?
Both
Yeah,
of them,
okay.
yeah.
We can play this.
Don't play this through the video, but we'll play the audio.
Okay. Boom.
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just skip it around a little bit.
This was a good show.
Yeah, I know it was.
This is so. What?
Oh,
what,
man.
Is this 90? What?
Ho ho. No, this is like this is like 2001.
You know what
Oh.
I think? I think you're a cop too.
Kind of paranoid pills you've been taking, Ferguson?
Oh, Ferguson. Looking pretty good in that turtleneck.
No, I haven't.
Oh, I didn't even see that guy hanging up there.
Okay, you don't know this cop? Cut the rope.
You kidding me? I thought this was a business deal.
Do it.
Don Johnson.
Man, just looking good in that blazer.
Oh, Long Johnson.
Give me the machete.
Oh, Long
Never mind
Johnson.
the cops' reactions when they find out one of their own.
He was a superstar on Miami Vice back in the day, man.
Oh yeah,
I never watched Miami Vice.
That's a good show. That was a good show.
yeah. All right, what's he gonna do here? What's your call? Oh,
Trying to
You
cut
don't
him
even have
down.
a sharp knife. How do you
He throws it down.
Wait a minute.
what?
Maybe I was being a little hasty.
Being a little hasty.
Say you're sorry.
Say you're sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry.
$500 a piece.
We'll be the judge of that, Bubba.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Take me a minute to do the QC and the benchmark test.
edibles or hash or
Oh,
what?
he's gonna do. I'm not sure.
Real
Is that
drugs.
Dean Kane? Was that Dean Kane? Oh no, that's
No.
not. No, it's not.
No.
Yeah, do something, Fergie.
Dean Kane was a fucking
You know, in
man.
the
Yeah,
supermarket
man.
where they got
Definitely.
Those, checkout.
Yeah, was that Superman and Lois?
Superman
Yeah,
and Lois.
yeah.
Yep. No, was it Lois and Clark? It was
Lois. I think what Lois and Clark.
Yeah, the
Lois-
one shot out of Vancouver. Yeah, yeah.
Lois and Clark.
Yeah.
Lois and Clark Superman.
It might have been. There was like a Superboy, and then there was. Yeah, there was.
Wasn't it called Lois and Clark, or was it called Lois and Superman and Lois?
I don't know.
I thought
I
it was
actually
Lois and
forget.
I thought it was Lois and Clark.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of him in like the newsroom with Lois too, and their relationship.
Yeah, I thought that was Dean Kane for a second. He does what America's Got Talent or something.
Yeah, look
you
up
know?
Lois and Clark. I need to know this now. Not to be confused with Lewis and Clark.
That's why I'm thinking the whole time. Lois and Clark. I'm like, yeah, the Superman / Explorer show. It's like, oh, we're just gonna head out in the canoe.
This might be.
Oh, Smallville. That's
Lois
the
and,
one.
Lois and Clark.
I'm not
The
thinking
New
of Smallville.
Adventures
Go
of
to Lois and
Superman.
Clark though. Lois and Clark. Click
Yeah.
the very first top one there. Yeah.
But it was Smallville. That's what it was. That was the show shot out of Vancouver.
Oh, okay, that's not the
Oh,
show that
okay,
we were
okay.
talking about. That's not Dean Kane.
No. There
This
it is.
is the-
Lois. Oh no! Wait, go back. Was that it?
I think so. Lois and Clark. Oh, this is a shitty YouTube
Go back.
thing,
Go back.
though.
There, I saw one. I think the bottom one there. Epic trailer for the first season of Lois and
There's
Clark.
Dean Cain. Yeah, there
That's
it is.
Dean
That's
Cain,
the
it
one.
looks like.
That's for sure him.
Oh yeah, it's the square screen too. The New Adventures
go.
of Superman.
Nailed
Yeah.
it. Nailed it. You get the you win the prize of the show today, there, Bo.
Nice. What's the
Yeah.
prize?
Um,
Oh, that
don't-
handprint.
a
you
kiss
don't-
on the lips.
You don't have a prize, do you?
A kiss on the cheek. How's that?
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Oh, look at him, Dean motherfucker Cain.
Pretty
Oh,
pretty
he's
good
pissed.
special effects in this too.
Not bad.
The quick little CGI like
Terry Hatcher too.
Yeah, man.
Kent, welcome to the Daily Planet.
Yeah, and that guy.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that guy.
character actor, man. Been in tons of movies. Tracy Scoggins. She's got the scoop. Oh, Lex Luthor. He's got hair this time.
Not knowing how or why I was left on your doorstep.
My name is Jor-El,
Oh, there it is.
and you are Cal.
What was Krypton like? Who were my parents?
Oh. So TV show.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
I love that's on the Dean Cain gallery.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
He's like, "Hey everybody, remember me?
Yeah.
I'm Dean Cain from the late 90s."
Yeah.
That's funny.
I think he hosts America's Got Talent or something like that now. My buddy Chris was on his show as a magician. Yeah, really great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I haven't
yeah.
seen him in a long time. Not since Ripley's Believe It or Not back in the day.
Oh, that's right. He was on that too. Yeah.
that was a
right.
great show.
Super cool. It was. Oh man, I remember I had the comics as a kid. Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Nice.
Yeah, super cool. Anyways,
It would have been pretty good to have Dean Cain and Mario Lopez fight back in the day.
oh
Yeah.
That would have been a good fight.
That was a good fight.
Yeah.
was Mario Lopez a superhero too?
No,
They
he
just
was-
looked
But
alike.
they looked a lot alike, yeah.
I think they'd be the same size. Who knows? Dean Cain might be really tall.
Yeah. I think he was a little. I was guessing I would say Dean Cain is taller, but Mario Lopez was always more built.
Yeah, he was pretty.
I think it'd be a
thick.
fair fight.
Well, Mario Lopez was a wrestler, and then he started to box like
In real
later
life?
on. Yep.
Oh, slick.
Yeah.
Well, he's so I've
Sorry
seen
for
him
the
on the
sound of
show with Chris, and Chris is 6'4". Dean Cain looked like about 2 or 3 inches smaller than him, or shorter.
Okay.
So probably 6'1", 6'2", I would say.
Okay. So
How-
I mean,
how
me
tall
and
is
Dean
Mario-
Cain were roughly the
we
same
look,
size.
Can we look how tall? Can we look up how tall?
I want to
Mario
say
Lopez is?
5'9".
Mario Lopez, 5'9"?
I think he's about 5'9".
I would say 5'9", 5'10", like my height, basically.
I think 5'7" to 5'9".
What's his reach?
I don't think it's very big. He had those
I'm joking.
those
dude, I'm
little
joking, I'm joking, I'm
wrestler
joking.
arms.
Oh, jeez.
I said reach and then you typed it in. Boom.
Lopez 8. Lopez.
I know, 8. Yeah, that's funny, eh?
Okay, so hot box scale, James, how you feeling?
Yeah, well, can you tell? He's 1.78 meters.
Yeah, go down hit on height.
Who the fuck measures
Or
himself?
feet?
in
5 feet 10.
meters?
Okay, I stand corrected. You were right. You were bang on, Bo.
Meters. I'm Canadian and I don't even measure myself in meters.
I know, still feet.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, what's your height, Bo?
I'm 5'10".
There you are.
Okay.
Boom, you're
so he's
Mario Lopez.
185 pounds.
How much does he weigh? 185 pounds?
Yep.
Ooh, that's beefy.
Last time I weighed
For that
myself,
height.
I was $130. Do you have a scale here?
Yep.
I'll weigh myself before I go. We'll find out.
Well, that added muscle lately, so you might
Yeah, I
have
probably
some
put
more.
on like 20 pounds of muscle in the last week. So
Wicked.
You're gonna put on muscle fast because you've
But I gotta-
never
I gotta
lifted
start-
before or done anything like that,
Yeah.
right?
I gotta start eating more. I noticed that I am like getting hungrier though. I am eating more.
Oh, yeah,
But
totally
I
that happens.
gotta make sure if I'm gonna gain any kind of muscle, I'm sure I gotta keep pumping fuel into myself too. So
Don't.
so the high on life superfoods, I've been doing a lot of that.
Well, don't replace any of the food with the high on life
No,
superfoods.
no, no,
Just
no, no.
add the high on life on
Yeah,
top of everything
Exactly.
you've
That's,
been.
that's
yeah.
what I've been doing. Yeah, exactly. But I've only been doing one a day, and I think I might up that. Do another shake.
Dean Cain is 5'11.5".
No, we just read that he was. Oh, he. Okay, sorry. That was
Dean
Mario
Cain.
Lopez.
Yeah. Mario Lopez.
So
5'10".
That's a fair fight.
That is a fair fight.
That's
What does he
pretty
weigh?
fair.
What does he weigh?
What does he weigh?
180.
What does he weigh? I think he weighs 205.
I want to see a celebrity boxing match now. I want to see these two go at each other.
Well, I don't know if Dean Cain's ever trained.
I don't know if either of them.
And,
Well, I know Mario
Mario
Lopez, is probably
Lopez
trained, yeah.
totally trains. Now, whether or not he's done anything more than ever just like hit pads and spar with somebody who's paid to be in there with him,
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure. If you asked Brendan Schaub, he would laugh in your face.
This is my favorite weed ever.
Yeah?
We're talking about Mario Lopez and Dean Cain in a MMA tournament right now. This is one of my favorite weeds ever. I am so unbelievably fucking stoned right now, dude.
Check this out. Dean Cain is getting back down to his NFL playing weight after reaching a pre-diabetic 235 pounds.
So he's getting
Lost
down.
weight.
He
So
wants
he's
to
200.
lose. Yeah, which is right bang on. 200, 205. That's where, yeah.
Crazy.
So where's he at now?
Pre-diabetic
35 pounds.
235. Yeah. I was
200.
feeling, when I was 235, I was feeling pretty pre-diabetic too. And I'm taller than he is.
Yeah, that's like 5'11 and a half at 235. Holy crap, that's big.
Okay, so we're gonna have to wait a while before this boxing match is gonna happen. Then I think.
Yeah, but I mean, everybody needs a reason, right?
Yeah. Oh,
So
totally.
that's perfect. Maybe we could set it up and it would be like brought to you by the
Eighth
8th Estate Sports Promotion.
You're right. This could be the best thing.
Sports and entertainment promotion.
This could be the best thing for him, actually. For Dean
Yeah.
Cain. We could. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no idea he was an NFL player. That's cool.
Did you just change my lights in here?
What's that?
Did you just change my lights? Dim them a little bit.
No, I haven't done anything.
I thought something changed there.
No, you still look just as beautiful on camera, and it's all matching.
Cool.
Yeah, Dean Cain. Well, he's doing jujitsu, and
Well,
it's pretty cool.
it says his son Christopher, 16, is getting into sports like
you
MMA and BJJ. And Kane, a former NFL player, tried to keep up, but his arthritis made it difficult.
I came with him to train, but was so injury riddled and full of arthritis.
Kane needs to get into the world of weed and turmeric.
There you go. Turmeric?
Turmeric. Yes, there's an R before the.
Oh, that sucks. I hope he's doing.
Before
That's
the
like a
M.
mineral. That's a mineral, right?
It's a root.
Yeah.
Oh,
you can buy it in the grocery store.
I'm
dude.
thinking of turmeric. That's a mineral. That's two different things. Never
turmeric.
mind.
No, turmeric. It's
It's like a
root.
spice.
It's a root. Yeah.
What? But it's with an R?
Turmeric.
It's got an R?
Yeah.
Turmeric?
Yeah.
Turmeric.
Wow.
I might be pronouncing it kind of wrong, but I know what we're talking about. But yeah, it's a root. You can buy it in the grocery store.
I always thought it was
It's also
turmeric.
it comes. You can buy it also in like supplement form in the grocery store, like the pharmacy, right? So like, it's a very healthy root.
Beauty.
I crammed it into last
Into
one
one.
here. You want me to get a head start on this and it'll pick up the slack and catch me like in a relay race, or what do you think?
I mean, I always smoke it. I don't know. What
It
do you think I
is.
should do?
It is hazy in here.
This is a good episode.
Yeah, I'm
think
having
it's-
a good time.
I don't know if it's gonna. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm lighting
It's-
it.
Okay, I'm gonna light it too.
Okay.
Do it. The
Do it
last
to the
joint,
last
people.
one.
Cheers. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, and you guys do. Cheers them joints, though. Why not?
Oh,
Cheers.
he said he had some typical thyroid stuff, and I was vitamin D deficient, and my body was just full of inflammation. So yeah, he needs all the stuff that everybody needs, right? Vitamin, zinc, weed, running, being in the sun.
Yep. Oh, being in the sun is so awesome right now. The weather's changing here, so
Yeah.
I've been spending every day just getting as much sun as possible. I went golfing the last 2 days. I'm going fishing tomorrow.
You were wearing some short shorts on the weekend there,
I was wearing
Buster.
some shorts. Yeah, those are my fucking beach shorts, baby. They're hot as hell.
Yeah, hand-me-downs from your grandpa?
No. I bought those online, babe.
Speedos?
It's not a Speedo,
No.
but they're short shorts.
Yeah.
They're
Booty
yeah.
shorts?
No, they're like short men's shorts, beach shorts from like the 60s.
Every
maybe.
time I wear
love it.
them, I'm worried I'm falling out.
You don't have a liner?
No.
They're that
They're that. Yeah, they don't have a liner.
Just like
Yeah.
that, straight up. Yeah. Giddy up.
They're awesome.
Are you going to wear
When I get out of the water and they're wet, you can 100% see the full shape of my penis.
Yeah. Are you
So if
gonna-
it's cold water, it's like you just gotta like not be embarrassed and just go for it. It's
Absolutely.
pretty much the same as idea as wearing a Speedo. You just gotta suck it up and just like,
Yeah.
this is the look I'm wearing. I'm just gonna do it.
You going to wear them on the
Or
floor or
just
what?
when you're in just waist deep water, just give it a little attention before you make that break. So it's looking like at least a third of the way there.
You know I do. You know I do.
Like all right, buddy, we're in this together. Let's get going here.
Look it up, yeah.
Let's get going.
You gotta like adjust them and you just gotta like do an extra little adjust just to shake everything into place so it looks proper.
They're almost like the shorts that James Bond is wearing in both Dr. No and right there you go. That's it, and that's James Bond, Dr. No, like that level of short shorts, right?
Yeah. I would say even bordering, go to that third one on the top there.
Yeah.
The second guy, the guy to the left, to the right, sorry, to our right.
Superman pants.
But like they're short. It's swimsuits with belts.
Yeah.
I know with belts, that's wild.
Yeah, that was the thing back in the day.
Looks good.
Because especially if you were swimming in the ocean, you'd need the belt to put your knife on.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Sharks and stuff, such. Yeah. Yeah, crazy. I like this
Good,
one.
he says.
I like this one. That guy's like, yeah, he's rocking it.
Just reading a book.
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
reading a book too.
How about you
yeah.
watch for your sailing?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, hey, that's maybe that fashion should come back, eh?
Well, I love it.
There's nothing wrong with it.
I always wear short shorts in the summertime, baby.
Look up Daniel Craig. Daniel Craig in the first Bond movie that he did. He's got some short shorts going on in that. Yeah, Daniel Craig swimming trunks. That was
Oh, sorry.
it was the first one that came up there.
I just feel like beach time is like so fun. I just like dressing like fun at the beach, you know? Those are totally them.
Yeah,
go to
there
that
you go.
the black ones. That's like 100%. Those might even be the shorts I was wearing. I just don't have the legs to fill them out. I got like chicken legs.
Were they were like the Casino Royale.
Yeah.
Like that in the light blue.
Look at this beast, He's
that's
built.
a little closer.
I love the first Bond movie that he was in because like he was just a bruiser, like a total bruiser, and that was nice to see Bond like because normally Bond is suave and uses tricks and stuff and charm and stuff.
Well, Casino was the first book. It was the introduction to Bond. It was Bond's like first
mission.
mission as a
he's-
00 agent.
He's not even a 00 at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets promoted.
Yeah. Well, the intro of the movie, I just watched it actually. Yeah, the intro of the movie is like he shoots that. It's like a black and
Yeah.
white intro.
Yeah.
Shoots that guy, and then it's like 00 status approved. I think it said or whatever. After he shot, yeah. But it's I read the book too, like a long time ago, and like yeah, it's exactly. He was a brute because it was his first mission. He was just getting through it.
Yeah, there's that's the movie with the crazy free running scene there, right? The big parkour chase.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So good.
The books are awesome. If anyone hasn't read them here, like you should definitely.
Yeah, I've read a bunch of them
They're
back
so
when I was a
good, yeah.
kid. Yeah.
Daniel Craig pretty much broke something in every single Bond movie he was ever in, man. They had to
Really?
stop production like a number of times. I think actually no, I'm over exaggerating, but at least 2 of the movies, he broke his ankle on a stunt because he wanted to do his own stunts too, the classic thing.
Yeah.
And then another one like something with his hand or something like that. I can look it up, but I'm just trying to remember. They had to halt production though. I know on two of the flicks for sure.
I wonder how many people involved with the production was like, goddamn fucking Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Setting this bar high, and then other people feel like they've got to compete with that.
Yeah.
And now we're out of work for a while.
I was watching the Tom Cruise stunt thing, the one like from Mission Impossible where he's like suction cupping on the side of the building.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was watching that and it was crazy cool. And I was like, wow, he's doing it himself. And then I was thinking about like that situation if I was an actor. I was like, hell no. No way I'm doing that myself. If I'm like, no.
I'd totally be into it. Because I'd also have the guarantee of not only do I want to check everything and make sure I don't want to die, but I know that there's so much money invested in keeping me alive through this that, you know, like I'm going to be good.
I guess so. It just seems so absurd.
Check this out. While making 2008's Quantum of Solace, Craig tore the labrum, the connecting cartilage, in his right shoulder during an aerial stunt. When he jumped through a window in Italy, he hurt it again. I was just nervous and overcooked it. He told GQ magazine, ooh. At that point, my arm was kind of useless. Not long into production on 2012 Skyfall, Craig ruptured both of his calf muscles. Ruptured? Forcing him to participate in rehab while making the movie. It's not about recovery because you know you can recover, he said. It's about psychologically thinking that you're going to do it again. Yeah, interesting. So
That's
yeah,
wild.
I knew he had like two major injuries on the two different movies. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, the labrum tear in the shoulder, a lot of MMA fighters have that too.
Okay.
And that's actually kind of what can happen. So I've heard, remember what I was saying before, Bo, about hurting your shoulder if your shoulders are rolled forward and they're not able to, I believe that if your shoulders are rolled forward and you try and do like some different stuff, you're more likely to tear your labrum. But if you're back, then it's, and that's all like a tight chest. But what do I know?
This is crazy. So one more injury.
I was just reading. That's where I was when you guys were talking.
Yeah,
to me.
but
Sorry,
Bond. Oh, do you want to read it?
I was reading it. No. You go ahead.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Yeah. But Bond is nothing but, if not, a British icon. So Craig adopted his homeland stiff upper lip mentality and came back for more. While making 2016's Spectre, the star jacked up his anterior cruciate ligament during a fight scene with Dave Bautista's Mr. Hinks.
crazy.
I forget that Batista was in that movie. I love Batista.
I haven't seen that one.
He's like, I was like, Dave, throw me, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Because he was being
it was
light
good.
with me. Craig said, so he threw me, and God bless him, he just left my knee over there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that injury meant that Craig spent the rest of Spectre's production wearing a knee brace that had to be hidden in post-production. That was a drag, he said, of the experience. No kidding. Perhaps his hyperbolic comment that he would rather break this glass and slash his wrists rather than play Bond again in the wake of Spectre is a bit more understandable. And here's a quote. I was never going to do one again. I was like, is this work really genuinely worth this to go through this whole thing? And I didn't feel. I felt physically really low. So the prospect of doing another movie was just like, it was off the cards. And that's why it has been 5 years. You know what? You got to hand it to production that they still wanted to have him in the movies. And so they delayed production for him.
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's really cool.
He is a great Bond, man.
I love
He
him
is.
as Bond.
He is.
Yeah.
It's a Bond of a different era and a different take on him.
Yeah.
And
I just watched.
I can't say I like it more or less than like the Connery or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's equal to.
I've never been a big Bond guy, but I just recently watched Skyfall and Casino Royale and fell asleep before either one of them were finished. So
How
They're-
about
they're
that?
great.
How about that Casino Royale torture scene, with the
Oh, the
chair,
balls.
yeah.
I was probably sleeping. Let's not talk about it. I don't like that kind of stuff.
That was vicious as F.
Yeah.
I don't want to get vicious. That's gross.
So I wonder
And-
if this is real. Check it. You want to read this next James Bond. I just brought it up. I don't know, but I don't know if you guys want to move on from this. It's fine, but just
Well, no, let's go through it. Let's figure this out. And then we should probably do a Leafly review at some point too,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, it's a little.
Yeah, I heard that there's
bouncing
there's a James Bond movie that they've been waiting almost a year to release, and there's a female woman of color playing the new 007. Yeah, and James Bond is like coming back out of, I don't know if he's like at the end of Spectre, he like vamooses, right, with the woman.
Yeah.
And now I think in this
I
one
haven't
it's
seen
been
it,
like
but sure.
some time, and he's coming back, right?
Okay.
And then this woman is like, oh, like 007, like that's my number, right?
Oh.
And then
okay,
they've got to have a movie together.
Well, it does, according to Esquire.com, Lashana Lynch is confirmed to be the next 007. This has been confirmed. It does say that, according to this article. If she takes over the role, from Daniel Craig
Yeah, it's
in the new Bond film.
That's exactly what you were saying. Looks like
No Time to Die.
Yeah, her name will never be James Bond, but the code number 007, like there's been plenty of 009s. There's been other 00 numbers. That's like Moneypenny is just a code name.
Yeah.
They're all just using code names, right?
Yeah.
Rajon Page. Yeah, I don't know. We could go down this rabbit hole, but whatever. Still got to do more research before it's like.
I'm looking forward to the next James Bond movie coming
Me too.
out.
Yeah, I want to watch some more after watching the two that I didn't finish.
I really like Spectre. Some people don't like it. I really liked it. It's got some real, like, I don't know. There's some moments that tell me exactly how special like James Bond is as a character, to where he needs that pressure to be able to reach the level where he can succeed and be able to be effective.
Yeah.
And once that pressure has been applied, he's completely unstoppable. And without that pressure, he's just, like maybe average, but the fucking power through, like, Jesus, man, it's really cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Have you seen it ever?
Spectre?
Yeah.
I have not seen.
Oh, okay. It's a good one. James?
Oh yeah, it's great. I love the shotgun.
I
That's
haven't
one
seen
where he goes out with the shotgun and he just tears it up, right? Was that the Spectre? I'm trying to remember.
I haven't seen Spectre or Quantum of Solace.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'm thinking of Quantum of Solace, but like there's one where they're out in the countryside and he just tears it up with a shotgun, and I love it. Oh, it's so good. Wicked.
You should have watched, because Quantum of Solace.
Like I said, I also fell asleep during these two
Right.
movies that I just watched.
Oh,
And I've never
right,
seen
right,
any
right.
of them. Like I haven't seen any of these movies before. I'm just watching these movies now.
I feel like I want to watch them when I get
Because
home.
Casino Royale ends and Quantum of Solace starts minutes after the last
Okay.
movie
That's right.
ended, and it starts like in a car chase. It's
Yeah.
fucking great.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's really
Love
good.
that.
It's really
Yeah.
good. So Tom Hardy is being heralded as rumored to be the next James Bond.
Oh, he'd be good.
I think so. I
But
mean,
if something is already confirmed, and these are not even.
no, these are rumors. Yeah.
So
But I mean, he's Mad Max, man. Like, wasn't he great in Mad Max Fury Road?
yeah,
Oh my
but
God.
I'm saying like he's not going to be the next one though. It's
He might be. They don't know yet. They haven't really announced it yet. According to
but
this,
I thought we said it was confirmed.
no, the
no.
Lashana person.
Will be the next 007.
Yeah.
But there might be another James Bond,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so someone's gonna still. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, they did say earlier in the article, like the key producer said, "Oh no, like Lashana is like the next 007, but like James Bond will be a male."
That's right, James. Well, James Bond still has to be in the movie, obviously. Okay, cool. Got
Yeah,
you.
'cause it's
Got-
Bond.
Got it. Now.
and who knows where they'll take the storyline, what they'll do.
Yeah.
Maybe they, maybe he's in. Maybe he goes into retirement and they bring him back, so it's still Daniel Craig, and then they move on. Like
maybe they continue doing 007 movies with Lashana.
Lashana, yeah.
Yeah, with Lashana, and then they start doing James Bond movies where it's like James Bond years before he was 007 going through, like, who knows, like, you know, it'd be like Batman Year One,
Yeah.
but James Bond, right?
Can we go back a little bit?
James Bond, the college years, and he's
Robert Pattinson.
The new Batman.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, he's a good actor. He's a really good actor.
And he looks the part.
I think it would be hilarious if they did a farcical run on James Bond and they had Channing Tatum play him.
That'd be sweet.
Oh, that'd be so
That would
good.
be amazing. I'd be in for that.
Yeah, man.
I'd
Channing
totally
Tatum
be
is
in for
awesome.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, 21 Jump Street.
Liam Neeson is James Bond.
Oh, older James Bond, retired James Bond. He'd be
Yeah.
perfect. Oh, he'd be so good.
Whoa,
I
what if...
still-
Whoa. Sorry, I shouldn't hit the table.
Do it. But no, you've a point to make.
What if the guy from Taken is retired James Bond?
Yeah.
Oh, with a family, and yeah, maybe.
Liam Neeson.
That would be great. That would be really great. That would be a really interesting comic book line telling the transition of James Bond recently retired from Secret Service work, transitioning into
Family
the
life.
first
That'd be a good story.
Taken movie.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like just a comic book.
That's
Don't
what I'm saying.
and don't even tell people that that's where it's going. Just start writing it like that.
Yeah.
And just be like, "Oh no, this is just James Bond as he leaves," and then as it starts to go through, these things are happening, and then you're getting the family in it and all that kind of stuff. And
Totally, dude.
yeah, that would be funny. That would be good.
That's not impossible, man. They could be the same person.
Yeah.
Where did he get that particular set of skills? MI6, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe.
I'm just guessing.
Some would say the streets.
Some might say the streets.
Yeah. I'm really excited for the Batman movie coming out with Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, me too. It actually looks really good from what I've seen. With Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell? Is that the right one? Yeah, Colin Farrell's the other guy. Colin Farrell, yeah.
Who is Colin
As-
Farrell,
as-
like a bad guy?
The Penguin.
What?
Ooh,
I
delightful.
didn't know that.
Delightful.
It looks insane. And
That's really cool.
he really committed to the role.
I like Colin Farrell. I've always liked him as an actor. Tigerland, one of my favorite movies if you've ever seen it. It's so good. He's so amazing in it. Yeah,
Tigerland I have not seen.
so good. It's an older movie. It was like one of his first features ever. It's amazing.
I'll show you guys a trailer for it like after this. I might even be wrong. Maybe it's not the right movie, but I'm pretty sure I'm totally right on that. We should probably get a Leafly review going though. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm done
let's do
my
it.
my joint and you're
Yeah, I'll be
you're-
done this by the time we get done the review.
It's been a fun one though, man.
No, we've got to go back to the. If you go to the Charlotte's Web one and then click back on the browser, it should take us back eventually to the. Keep on going back. And one more.
Yeah, that's right, because we went down this rabbit hole.
There we go.
Perfect.
Rainbow.
Yeah.
Rainbow. All right. Leaving a review. Write a review.
Crazy, crazy pictures.
So, out of 5?
I'm giving it a 5.
Definitely. A 5 without a doubt or a pause.
Yeah. No hesitancy.
No hesitationism.
What do you think about this spring?
Oh man. 5 stars.
What do you think about
Well,
this
okay,
spring?
I don't want you to just write freeform what I'm saying right now because
You know I love doing that.
I know you love doing that, and I hate when you just do that because I want to put some more structure into
that.
how we're reviewing them.
Copy that.
But I'm not what I say isn't a reflection of what I want to just. Yeah, it's yeah.
Off the top, put
Thank
that
you.
we've got What we smoked is Rainbow Driver by Black Kettle Farms in BC, Canada.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that too. How it's a Rainbow Driver, not just Rainbow.
Not we've smoked, but what we like. What
You
we
said
have
we've smoked.
what we have smoked.
I type
here.
what you say. I smoked. Is that cool?
No. Like saying that the review is for what we smoked.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, there we go. This review is for
There we go.
Rainbow Driver by Black Kettle Farms in BC, Canada. And
Beautiful.
just throw a space in there by the
Yeah. Oh yeah.
black.
I can't look at the screen and type at the same time. I have to look at the keys.
I can't do that either, man.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Can you use more than 2 fingers?
Yeah.
I got all my fingers when I type.
Not me.
I'm not good with them all. but they're
Sometimes I
there.
can use 2 on one hand if I'm doing like capitals.
Yeah.
And I hit the shift.
I'm super bad with my phone typing.
Oh, you don't use predictive text or anything like
No,
that.
I have to get used to using the slider. That seems to be easier, but I always just type shit out, and it's just horrible, horrendous.
I'm pucking you
It
guys.
Definitely would. I would say that it's a very happy,
Silly.
silly, talkative, and creative.
It's funny. I've been talking, not as much as like I usually do. By the end of it here, I'm really losing my words. Like I can't put shit together. I'm pretty stoned right now, man.
Yeah, it's almost like you gotta use it or you lose it with your words with this stuff, right?
I've said it before in podcast. We should put it in the review. This is the difference between getting high and getting stoned.
It is, yeah.
A or the difference? Or TGE?
This is the difference between getting high and getting stoned.
Mm-hmm.
Difference between getting high and getting properly stoned.
That is good.
And getting properly stoned.
And getting.
Just put getting high and getting properly stoned. Right?
It's a lot of getting.
The way you type the things out, yeah.
Get it. Perfect.
What else? What else?
It burns really nice. It
Maybe we should put this before that end part. Move this part back up to the top a little bit.
Oh, jeez. You want me to cut and paste on this PC here?
No,
I don't even know how to do it. Just kidding.
I'm just thinking about how we should piece together a whole thing here. We should intro.
Well, we'll fix it up. We'll fix it up after.
Fix it
Let's
up.
just
We'll
like
fi-
throw down the words.
You know what? We'll fix it in post. You're right. We'll
Yeah.
fix
Yeah.
it in post.
what about it burns really nice and honestly I can't find any problems with it.
Yeah.
Can't find
We didn't mention anything about talkative. Could we say extremely chatty weed? But if you go too far with it, you might lose your words.
That's pretty good. That's pretty well worded.
I definitely felt like I got really quiet here in the second half of this thing because I was like, I was just sitting in it. I got so baked here, dude. You're getting really good on that keyboard, James.
Yeah, I'm trying to like switch between as I'm typing. I'm trying to switch between you guys. Wait till you see it after.
Well, I can see it right
But
now.
I might lose my words.
You know, I'm
too.
watching you type it right now, right?
Yeah, yeah. Cool beans. What else? This review is for Rainbow Driver by Black Kettle Farms in BC, Canada. It affects the ability to use predictive text. It's a very happy, silly, fun, and creative high. This is the difference between getting high, and there should be a comment there, and getting properly stoned. It burns really nice, and honestly, I can't find any problems with it. Extremely chatty weed, but if you go too far with it, so that should be
Yeah.
two
Two
double
O's.
O's, Too far with it, no I. Too far with it, you might lose your words and your O's. Your O face. Don't lose your O face.
What else do we want to say about it? I'm actually pretty comfortable with that. It seems like a pretty good review. Since you read it back and like,
we should definitely talk about the how candy-like and fruity and fragrant it was, like the sweetness.
well, can we do that in the charts listed below then too? Isn't all that stuff gonna be down there when we start filling in the blotters on Leafly?
Yeah, actually, you're totally right. Yeah, just erase that last bit going up to lose your words, and we'll carry on down to the
We
next
should maybe,
part.
if you wanted, we could throw a thing in there about how it tastes really good before we get into that. But as far as like specific flavors, I think we're gonna get into that right away now, right?
I literally kept that up on the screen because I was typing what you were saying, Jeff, and I knew that wasn't going to be in the review, but that's for the audience members because I just want to like try I'm working on my typing skills right now.
Jeff, we should start playing with them
Tastes really good.
and just start saying things and making him type them up. Yeah, don't erase all of it because this is pretty much good to go the way it is. I think it's
I
perfect.
think so.
I'm just messing with you guys.
Since I don't know, James read it back. It sounds really good. Actually, I like it. I like the way it flows.
yeah, Jeff took over. I love it, buddy.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Hey, that was a fun segment, though. I love the review segment. And, like, you guys just talk, and I'll just type as fast as I can. It's fun. Anyways,
I love
to you,
it.
Jeff.
I love
To you,
it.
Jeff.
Energetic? I'd say euphoric and focused.
Definitely energetic. I'm sluggy right now. Giggly, happy, relaxed, sleepy a little bit. I gotta say, sleepy a little bit, man.
Yeah, tingly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you said
I
tingly.
still am a little bit. I'm not as much as before, but
Uplifted.
hungry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm a little hungry too.
I even had a woke bar before this. I'm still hungry.
I've got a shake in the fridge.
Nice. How'd the woke bar make you feel there, Bo?
I mean, I didn't feel much different, but it was really good.
Yeah, really yummy.
It was
Good
satisfying.
Good food.
I was hungry. I was hungry before I came in. We've been podcasting for 2 hours now.
We've been talking for around 2, and there was an hour preamble.
So it got me through. I'm just now starting to feel a little hungry. So yeah.
Nice. Do you want to put in 22.8?
Yeah. Oops.
Do you like when I tap on the desk, Mr. Sound Guy?
You can hardly hear it.
Cool.
It's fine.
Good.
Do you want to
I-
add?
I bumped
Hit
it a
add.
couple. I bumped it a couple.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. Apple.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
smell apple right now.
Apple.
Blueberry
Apricot.
and blueberry, 100%. And berry, yeah.
Butter.
I'm done smoking it now, so it's hard for me to tell. You guys are going to do most of it here.
Definitely flowery. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Citrus.
Yeah, I can.
Citrus,
sense
yes.
Yes. I smell some honey. I smell some lavender.
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm hotbox, so I didn't smoke it. So
A
that's what I
little bit
smell.
of pepper,
Yeah.
and maybe some pear and some peach.
I was going to dare say mango.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
got, it's got I remember on the inhale on the first one, it's got a very soft inhale. That's why I like the honey and stuff too, because it's
Spicy and herbal.
it's herbal, but it's not spicy. You know what I mean?
Pineapple.
Not so much. It's not heavy on the citrus. Maybe a little bit. But it's a lot of berry. It's a lot of soft. It's a lot of soft flavor, man. It's a really nice one. Vanilla, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, I noticed that the first time you opened it up, that was the smell I smelled, was vanilla.
Yeah, it sucks too because I can't smell the container and get a representation of what it used to smell like either. Like the container doesn't smell like anything. It smells totally neutral,
That's
which is great. That's why we love the containers, because it doesn't taint the weed. It doesn't take anything away from it, draw anything out of it. But it's hindering me right now. I mean, I'm pretty comfortable with that though. Lemon, lime, not a lot of that. Menthol, no. Mint.
I don't know. I could vote for pineapple because you mentioned pineapple before.
Yeah, I was thinking a little bit of pineapple.
I'm not opposed to it.
Okay. It's in.
It's in, baby.
All right. Should we log it?
I'm
it.
happy with that.
Tropical?
Yeah,
Can we just-
tropical.
Sweet is so generic. Can we put sweet down there too then?
Yes.
I'm going to do tropical as well. Because,
That's-
I would definitely say tropical.
Yeah.
Flint Tropics. Let's get tropical.
Let's get tropical.
Tropical. All right.
All right, save that review.
Cool.
Save the shit out of it.
Awesome.
Well, are you done smoking then too?
I am.
And we've done our review?
Yep.
So Blade J ratings, everybody. We'll start with James and get his Hotbox Blade J rating.
Mm-hmm.
See what he says.
James,
James, over to you.
I thank you, buddy. I feel like, I feel like in terms of hotboxing scale, like how I get affected by, what you fellas have smoked in past episodes, I generally have been way more hotboxed. This time, no, like I still feel like I feel all right, like not that the other feelings are not all right, like, but I'm not as stoned by being hotboxed. This is lighter. It's a lighter weed. I feel happy. I feel it's helped me with focus, I would say. So I'd give it like a 9.25, 9.3.
Nice.
Wow, good
That's
rating.
strong.
And I can tell you're not as high as sometimes.
Yeah.
I believe it was last time, maybe the time before, you also weren't as high as usual. And I don't like that as much, honestly.
Well, last time,
Well-
oh my gosh, I was
Well,
just crazy town.
I tell you, this time, if there was any extra high to be had, we definitely got it.
That was... Perfect way to put it. Yeah, no, you just hit the nail on the nail, dude. That was it. Yeah, like we got, that was so good.
Mm-hmm. I
It
love
was
it.
so much though.
I love it. Yeah.
I love it a lot. You know what I love the most about it was that we were getting into our stupidest conversation and our most, when I was still able to speak.
Back when I was able to speak.
Back when I was still able to speak. We were like halfway through our first joint. We were getting into our conversation. We were
That's
talking
right.
about like our school choir and school band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
going on
fast.
weird tangents on that. And like, that's my favorite part about this weed. Is
That's
like,
good.
Into the first little bit of it, we were already getting really chatty and really silly. I was smiling. Like we were having a good time,
Mm-hmm.
talking about old times, talking about just memories and having. It's a fun weed.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
If you take it too far, like it's a lot.
Yeah.
If you smoke an eighth of, I'm looking right at the camera this time. If you smoke an eighth of this in one sitting, it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's true. He speaks the truth.
But in moderation, as this should be consumed in like proper doses, in a proper, and everything. I think this is improper. This is research. This is science.
That's right.
This is important. But if you consume this like a normal human being, it's perfect. It's beautiful.
Mhm.
I would say it's damn near perfect. My Blade J rating, I'm giving this a 9.5.
Woo!
Yeah,
Nice.
9.5.
Nice.
Nice.
I love it. I want it. I want it more. This is really, really good.
I love it. That's great.
Mhm.
And it's straight down the middle, and you could feel that it's straight down the middle. It's got that sleepy side. It's got this really heavy body relaxation, relaxed feeling, whatever. But it's also got this cerebral, like sativa side of it that I love too. It's got both elements, and you can feel them both heavily in the high. So yeah, 9.5. I love it.
Yeah, you pretty much said all the same kind of stuff that I was gonna say, and I'm there at a 9.5 too.
Wow.
And the only thing that I would add was that I was able to get a lot of joints out of it. And
Yeah.
if I hadn't have rolled that big joint for you, if I had rolled them all like regular joints, I bet you I would have gotten 5.
Yeah, easily, yeah. 'Cause it was 4, and the first one was monstrous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really took me to space in the first one.
You guys went to space so
So
fast.
9.5, 9.5, 9.3. So we're about a 9.4 average.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a bad Blade J rating.
About a 9.42.
Yeah, 9.423. Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
You know. But not a blad. Not a blad.
Not a bad BJ. Not a bad Blade J rating.
Not a blad Blade J rating. Yeah, not a blad Blade J rating at all.
Not
Actually,
a bad episode at all.
Probably the best Blade J rating we've given so far.
Might be up there. 9.5.
All around rating too.
Mm-hmm.
And as you were going to say, also best episode. Maybe? Is that what you're gonna say?
I don't know. Nah, it doesn't sound like something I'd say.
Yeah. I cut you off, so now we'll never know, I guess. Yes. But I mean, I had fun on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I had fun. I had a lot of fun on this one.
Me as well. Yeah.
And now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with myself after this. I guess.
Well,
It's late. I'm just gonna hang out and
yeah, hang out.
we'll watch some footage and we'll see how shitty this was in the end. I guess.
I think it was great.
I think it was great too. I had a lot of fun.
All right.
Work on your golf swings, people.
Look at this.
Yep, got him too.
Yeah,
Words,
got me
words,
too.
words are impossible right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is it a dry mouth factor?
A little bit.
Yeah, I'm
All right.
sensing that.
All right. It's because that's something that
I feel like you can hear the dry mouth in all of our microphones too.
I think so too, actually.
I'm really feeling it now. I can't see where I put it in, but that's something to think of. Because yeah, that dry mouth is going to make us. It's like our shoelaces are tied together.
Exactly.
Of our voice.
Wow, that's such a great point.
Three-legged race.
Yeah, three-legged race with a two-legged man.
Yeah. Totally.
You
Well,
guys are so stoned,
This
right?
is the worst ending. That
Yeah,
could have
well,
been so good,
no,
but
it's so good.
I
It is
totally
good.
killed it. I killed it probably a long time ago.
No, it is good.
No, it's wonderful.
But
all right.
thanks everybody for tuning into this one. it was
Yeah,
a lot
thank
of fun.
you all. All right, thanks, James.
Hey, the 8th Estate. See you next week.
Oopsies. I thought that was intentional. It looked so on purpose.
And we're rolling.